Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, we're back. We're back. Been a while, team.
Yeah, we're back. It's more cosmic and more birthday.
It is.
Didn't think it could get any more birthday than this, and yeah, here we are.
Here we are. We find a way every time.
Yeah. Life finds a way. And it has found us here tonight, me with all of you, and all of you, dear listeners. We're quite grateful that you're here. Welcome back to a Cosmic Birthday on STF and Friends as we play the Starfinder 2nd Edition playtest rules and the playtest adventure. And we are excited to bring you what we've got this evening. I hope that everyone, Irene, I don't know if you celebrated Memorial Day last weekend. I imagine that's primarily an American holiday. An American holiday. Yeah. But it had me thinking about being outside or being at get-togethers with friends and family, and thinking on the theme of birthdays. I wanted to ask everybody here. When I'm with friends and when I'm with family, we pull out a game of some type and we try playing it there. But we don't always, do big board games or role-playing games or anything like that. Sometimes it's just a party game of some type. So what's something that you really enjoyed as a party game when you were at a birthday party, either as a kid or as a grown-up, or something you threw for somebody else? Who's got one they really, really enjoyed?
I'll start if you need somebody to start.
Yes, please.
Okay. One of my birthdays when I was a preteen, we did a murder mystery themed birthday, and we actually did one of those boxed murder mysteries, and that was super fun. Like
Nice.
that was definitely my favorite birthday game that I've played. Now I've played some other birthday games, but I can't remember what they are because they were those types of games. You know.
That's fair. Awesome. Yeah.
That sounds
Anybody?
like fun. Do you remember like the general, just quick premise of the murder mystery?
No, but I know that there was a doctor character and that there was a gardener, and I'm pretty sure the gardener did it. That's about all I can remember from it.
Nice. All right. That's good stuff. Anybody else? Any particular memories? Highlights?
Yeah, I have a weird one. But when my partner turned 30, I wanted to make something special for him. And since we are like big TTRPG nerds, me and my friends, we made a whole quest for him to resolve,
Oh wow,
like in real life.
That's amazing.
So
that's
It was-
awesome.
the thought and effort. That's so
It
cool.
was a lot of effort. It was like the idea was I was kidnapped and he had to
Find
save
you.
me. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I left the house and one of my friends came and took him away, and each one of our friends will take him to a different location
Wow.
and
That's
give
incredible.
him a quest to
Did
resolve.
he
and then-
save you?
Yeah.
Okay. Phew. That could have been a really bad birthday if he failed.
Yeah. At the end of the adventure, he will come home and one of our friends will make like a session for all of us as like very small session, and if they win, he will save me. That was like the,
wow.
Oh, that's really great. Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
So I can tell that you love him.
Yeah.
That is so. Okay, how long did
Yeah.
it take him? Just wondering.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. That was like 10 years ago.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, it was a lot of time. But it was several friends, so it was a lot of fun. They will like take him to different places, a park, and this.
That is amazing.
He was like, "What is this?" Because it was a surprise. You didn't know.
Yeah. Did he
Wow.
know that you weren't actually kidnapped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Of course not.
Very important detail.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
It's like a
Thank you.
reverse escape room.
Yeah.
Right. Saving the day.
Yeah. It took like months to plan it.
Hi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
good.
fantastic.
I
All right.
don't feel
Thanks.
like I have nothing that ever took that much pre-planning and forethought and insight. But have any of you heard of the game called Spoons?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. It's a very violent and dangerous game.
I just have so many. So I didn't do like lots of birthday kind of stuff growing up, but we did a lot of church stuff, and Spoons was at many church things, and so that's just like a game that, like, from being just young enough to understand the concept to like flipping the table over. Never any like alcohol involved, but
Right.
yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Nice.
That's excellent. Spoons. Oh, geez. Do you ever
know.
have anybody just like grab a spoon and then like smash all the other spoons with their fist to send them flying places?
Oh gosh, yes.
I don't know if anyone necessarily did that, but yeah, it got violent.
Yes. Tristan says yes. Chaos mode. Yeah.
Why that game got banned in our school.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's like
True,
no
true.
way to play that game calmly. You know, like
Yeah.
somebody's
guess
gonna get a
that's-
bruised knuckle. No doubt about it.
That's the fun.
Yeah.
Either
yeah.
that or like Mafia.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
that's a fun one too.
Yeah.
What is
Oh.
that?
What is Mafia?
It has
Ooh,
many names.
I mean, I know what the Mafia is.
Sure.
You haven't been initiated into the Mafia?
No.
Yeah.
You haven't had a birthday then, dude.
Yeah. The game
I'll
Mafia.
go on not having birthdays.
Yeah.
What's that?
There are a lot of versions of Mafia.
That
There are.
game that got super popular, Imposter or whatever?
Among Us?
Among Us, yeah. So Among Us, like the premise of that game, if you,
Yeah.
I mean, you've been around kids at school, I feel like you would have known
Yes.
about that.
I'm
So
Yeah.
that
Among Us
premise
out,
is
Yeah.
the card game version.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think broadly speaking, like really not just birthdays, but any kind of like family get together or anything. I think a good go-to is cornhole.
Yeah.
Which I recently like my neighbor had some cornhole boards or whatever she was trying to get rid of, and gave them to me, and I painted them and put lights all around them. So that, I haven't gotten to use them much because I recently got them, but I'm excited to. But as far as my personal birthdays, one of the coolest ones I had when I was a kid, because I think I had like 6 in a row at laser tag. You know, it was like
nice.
it was like nothing but laser tag for like half a decade. But one year, my mom hosted a birthday party for me, and we went to the coast and spent all day at the go-kart tracks, and we all just like raced each other on go-kart tracks all day, and that was
That
awesome.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
That's-
Did you win the race?
Well, we raced probably like 10 times, so I think I won one of them.
You won at least one of them. Is this where
Right.
you got? Is this where you got the inspiration for chill?
Oh no, I was born into racing.
Born ready.
Yeah.
That was probably my like 8th or 9th birthday. I mean, but like my dad was watching racing and stuff when I was 3. You know, so like Chael came about well before that. At least the nugget that would be Chael.
Right.
Nice.
What about you, Jason? Did you already tell us?
Oh, for me, no, I haven't shared one. I think one of my favorite games that I played when I was in grad school with all my friends that I played Ultimate Frisbee with was one where you had a broom handle that you hammer into the ground, and then you put a piece of PVC over that, so you got a flat top on the broom handle, and then you put an empty beer bottle on top of that. Got to be a bottle, and then you have teams of 2, so you got one broom handle on one end, one handle on the other. And each team has to throw and try and knock the beer bottle off of the broom handle with the frisbee. And if you can both hit the bottle off and make it hit the ground before the team catches the frisbee or the bottle, you get a certain number of points. And let me tell you, you can play that game for like 5 hours in the middle of the night if you got enough beers ready to go. So that was a delightful time.
You
We
can
named
play
it-
any game with
What's that?
enough beer. You can play any game all night with enough beers. You know.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. That's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Although, Pin the Tail on the Donkey when I was a kid was just a goofy, fun one because you got spun around so many times.
I mean, that's
and
classic. You know.
classic. Run into a wall, knock over knock over a chair,
Classic.
maybe.
I feel like that's the quintessential, like if there's a movie with a birthday scene in it, Pin the Tail on the Donkey or a pinata are the like 2
Yeah.
that are in the scene. And I've definitely, done a pinata, but I don't think
Oh,
I've ever played Pin the Tail on the Donkey. Like
Nice.
none of the birthday parties I went to as a kid.
I
Mhm.
have
that
like
feature.
one Pin the Tail on the Donkey memory, but it was a good one,
Nice.
Yeah.
You do feel like you're in like a 90s movie. You're just like,
Mm,
Right.
living your best life. Everything's the gold now.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should do that the next time we get together, guys.
There you go.
Play pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go. I once played with a bunch of Lutherans, and they called the game "Pin the Thesis on the Catholic,"
Oh
which
my
was
Wow.
this guy right here.
Okay,
So
Martin.
yeah.
Wow.
That's funny.
That was. We had a bunch of laughs out of that one.
I
It was a
bet
good
you
time.
Good time.
Yeah.
Were
On the
there
ones and twos
99 theses?
There weren't that many people, thankfully. My back was okay at the end of it. All right. Thanks everybody for the awesome memories. Tristan on the ones and twos again tonight. Hey buddy, how you doing? Good.
Got to unmute myself on that. I'm good.
You're good. There he is. Yeah. Have you got any birthday memories game memories you're particularly fond of?
We used, growing up, I had a good friend that they had an outdoor above ground pool. And I remember we would always just basically grill out and just go swimming in his pool, and we would always do basically what I like to call Marco Polo in hard mode,
Oh
where
gosh.
you don't say anything, like you're going off pure sound and instinct.
Oh wow.
And we would sit out there for hours, just like trying to come out of the water Rambo style, super quiet, sneaking around. And I still remember one year we had it was in a very wooded backyard, and
Ooh.
bats started coming down to swoop up and get some water. And I
Gosh.
popped up out of the water very slowly, very quietly, and then you just hear a loud thud and a scream of just me
Oh,
just getting
no.
hit in the head with a bat and it flying away all wonky.
Oh no. Poor bat. Oh man. But what a way to play. Oh gosh. Get that training in nice and early for start practicing some Navy SEAL stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right. All right. All right. Well, hey, what a soundtrack to lead us into
Nice little
where we are
bop here.
Bop, having a good time. All right. With all of this, we are looking forward to bringing you back to the ghost levels of Absalom Station, where we find our party. Earlier today, I went back through our recordings, and one thing that I was listening for is how much time has passed since y'all hopped into the ghost levels here, came down
Not
that elevator.
much.
It's actually, not a whole lot, relatively speaking. It has been about 3 hours of adventure time for your characters since the elevator dropped on the way down here, right? And the last time that we saw the adventurers here, they were making pretty handy work of a brass statue, thanks to a massive critical hit from Beaumont right off the start. It was great. It was a great thing to re-listen to there. Continuing their explorations, the party found a room full of tech junk, and an assembly ooze got the drop on them, but they handled it really well. Pressing eastwards, they discovered a hallway bustling with hollow ads. Some of them are so aggressive that they even attacked the party in the process. We learned a little bit about traps that day as a result. Crossing over the intersection again, they went down a hallway that they hadn't explored yet, and right as they passed through the double doors, a blast of steam erupted upwards into as Lucy stepped over this particular grate. And so that is where we find ourselves this evening. And as the steam fills the area right around, clouds your ability to see your immediate surroundings, there's another vision another scene that emerges into your sight as well. That Starfinder vessel that you had seen descending onto an illusion-shrouded planet is now parked on a landing pad that overlooks this horrific landscape just outside of a walled commune settlement. There's patchwork infrastructure laced haphazardly between round huts that look like they're made of some kind of ashen adobe substance. And there's transmissions from the spaceport, and they sound like a baby's babbling that's been pitched down an octave as the inhabitants of the settlement shuffle between airtight pods. There's a congregation of cowled and joyless sentient creatures. They're all wearing respirator masks, and they're warding off the foul atmosphere of this place. And with no rhyme or reason to any of the streets here, the Starfinder team is wandering through. They come to a point where they see this larger adobe structure that's emblazoned with an inverted ankh, and the humans outside of that building wail in sorrow and misery while prostrating themselves against the structure. And as the party, the group of Starfinders approaches this temple, all the cultists turn and look at them knowingly, and they exclaim, "Servants of the Sleeping One, you will be reborn in Canker Slopes," before all of these cultists rip off their respirators and take deep breaths of the toxic air, and they collapse.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
As they collapse on the ground. as the hallucinogenic effects of that miasma override their intellects and push them even further from the bounds of conventional knowledge. And then that foul air that we saw in that vision fades as we jump back into where we are as this blast of steam roils up around Lucy. And Lucy, this is where I am going to be asking you for a reflex save very soon here. I'm just going to pull that up for you to see if you can dodge what is happening here with this. I'll put the reflex save in the chat for you to roll. I'm going to see how this goes.
14.
14. Okay. Unfortunately, a 14 is a failure. And sadly, you are going to take some fire damage from the heat of this vent blasting. It'll be 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And
Ouch.
after... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, ouch.
Yeah, ouch, indeed. Yeah. After this vent blasts Lucy, the party hears a very mischievous, cackling laughter coming from the far end of the hallway down this direction. Party, what do you do?
Start to sweat.
Lucy, are you all right?
No, that hurts. It stopped. Do I have to move or it will blast me again?
Let's see. You're not sure if it's gonna blast you again or not.
I will move.
Okay.
I will go back. The game is paused, by the way. So
Oh, sure. I can back you up. Yeah.
Okay, I will give a step back. I'm like a little bit. Ow, that hurts.
You're sweating. I did not know that androids could sweat.
Are you burned?
Yeah, a
It may
little
just
bit.
be the steam.
Let me take a
right.
look.
Wait, what direction? Where was the
Right
cackling
directly
coming
south.
from?
Yeah.
South.
Okay. Sounds as though we have company.
Yeah. Can someone heal me?
Yeah, can I just transfer some vitality real quick?
Sure. What's your current vitality network count?
Oh, what a great question. Every time we start a new session in my mind, it automatically goes back to 10, but I know that it's been 1 second since we were last here, so.
I think that's reasonable. At this point, having just gone back through all the timing of the recent adventures, I think a 10
There would have been
there.
time to refocus, right?
Yeah.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
so
good.
we're going off the idea that I'm up totally to 10. I'm going to go ahead and give her 6 just because I don't want her going into whatever this social situation or whatever situation we're going to be in injured.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's a trigger for this steam or if this was just a general hazard?
Yeah, you could roll a secret perception check for me if you would like.
Sure.
See if you discover it or not. Okay. As you kind of look around the room, you don't think that particular steam vent is likely to have a problem, cause a problem again. It released. But you do see Karna being right next to it maybe could cause you some slight concern. It looks like that door over there is rigged.
The one we came through?
The one you came through is
Okay,
rigged as though it could suddenly slam shut if someone's not careful.
Ghana, that door may slice your... Oh, you don't have a tail, but if you did, it would slice it off. Be careful.
Are
You
just
should really
looking
get a
for me
tail.
to-
They're great. And he starts flicking his tail about. I love mine.
It's a very nice
Ooh.
tail, Zacho.
I
Very
want
nice.
one. Is there a way I can grow one?
I'm sure in this day and age that we could augment one onto you.
Probably.
Nice.
Beaumont, what you thinking?
Could we try to deactivate the door or I worry. I don't know if it's just like to Adam's conclusion, like if it's there to try to snapshot and do damage, or if it's trying to lock us in this room for an ambush. But
Yeah, that's probably more likely what it is, you know.
use thievery or something like that to try to shut it down.
Sure. So you'd see there's a control panel nearby. You could try and get into that and do computers to override it, or you could try to use crafting to jam the doors shut.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, so
Either one.
Beaumont turns to the party. He's like, so, I have an idea, none of which will I be capable of carrying out. So, if any of you would like to use your amazing skill at computers or at crafting, perhaps we could not have this door lock us in here and get us ambushed.
I can try.
Everyone just swings their head to Lucy.
Right.
Probably not. 14.
Maybe stop rolling 14s.
Yeah, why not 14? That's
Sage wisdom.
All right.
There was an attempt.
Yeah, there was an attempt. All right. So Lucy, you step up. You start working on this control panel by the doors, and as you're working on it, you're kind of trying to get past it when suddenly you hear that cackling again, and the door slams shut, even though you aren't able to disarm it. Can you please attempt this reflex save for me that I've just put in the chat?
I could have done that.
Oh, you could do that. That's
Right.
from
right.
distance. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was. That's why I didn't move my token.
I am sorry. Yeah. As you do
Nice.
it. Yeah. So even so, I will say you don't have to make the reflex save then. But as you fail in the check, you suddenly hear bam, and the doors slam shut all of a sudden.
I don't like it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Shit.
It was
Well,
pretty
now we're in
solidly
here.
closed.
Yes, we're in here now. I mean, obviously, this thing that's cackling knows we're here, so
Right.
Zako will just be like, "All right, show yourself. Your tricks have succeeded. Now, let us see the face of such the brilliant prankster that you are."
Ooh, go ahead and attempt a bluff or diplomacy check there for me. I'll let you pick.
I feel like that's diplomacy, right?
Diplomacy? Sure.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
yeah.
I'll allow it.
All right.
Oh,
no.
Oh no!
That's a natural one.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you just hear that cackling again. That cackling just says, "I'll show you me when you're ready to flee."
Ah, it's one of those kinds of tricksters. Well, I should have left the talking to you, Beaumont. I just got a little excited.
I
Slink to the
appreciate
back
your
where I should be.
initiative. I mean, I don't know. My thought is just like, let's just go freaking
Yeah.
deal with this. You
100%.
know?
Yeah.
All right, let's sally forth. Oh,
So
I'm
we're not
sorry.
gonna try to.
I've stepped underneath you, Zako, and now I'm
That's my job.
We're not gonna what?
Okay. We're not gonna try to lure this person out anymore.
I
We're
don't,
just
I don't
just
think
gonna go.
there's a way
Yeah,
we can.
we tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could try to impersonate a member of the group, their group.
We don't even know what they look like.
I know,
What
but
group they are.
You know what? Go for it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
tell me-
so
let's
let me
hear
tell you
what you're
about
gonna
what
impersonate, yeah.
what could possibly be. The problem is that I know very little and I've never done this before.
That's
But I have schooled in secrets, which I can use occultism in place of deception to impersonate a member of a cult or any kind of like religious secret society group.
Nice.
Or I can use occultism in place of diplomacy to try to gather information.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
that would look actually trying to use it, but if y'all think we should just sally forth.
I'm curious.
I'm curious. I want to
yeah.
see what you got.
I'm also curious. I just wish someone else had it so I
Well,
could watch.
here's my option on that. As a player, I think that you could try to impersonate one of these newborn cult members that we've seen down here, right? Like, with the hopes that maybe they're the ones that put whatever this thing is that we're about to see. So try to impersonate yourself as one of these members. Like, hey, chill out, come out. It's us. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's a very reasonable thing to try.
Should we try? Okay, so what does that look like for, like, do I need to roll something? What are we doing?
You can roll an occultism check. Yep.
Okay, so would I go over to my skills or proficiencies?
Proficiencies, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And then just to the left of occultism, there should be a little dice
All right.
symbol, I believe.
And we're gonna roll 16.
16 total. Okay, great. Yeah, you don't hear anything else from the far end of the hallway there, but you aren't like immediately attacked or anything like that. So yeah, it's kind of a null response on
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, good times.
Recording stopped.
Oh no.
Recording in progress.
Go.
Are we?
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Get a little bit of frozen screen from you sometimes. Do you want to transfer hosting for the call at all, Adam?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay. Let's do that, and then we'll keep rocking as we're able. Yeah. Chat. Thanks for watching. Sorry for any camera weirdness here we got here. All right. So, Karna, what do you say as you're attempting to be as you just sorry, I'm interrupting you in a moment. So you're attempting to deceive this whatever this creature is at the far end of the hallway by sounding like one of these newborn cultists. Is there anything in particular that else you would try to do or say, or anything that you declare down that direction?
I mean, I think she's just kind of going off the cuff in the moment, like saying something along the lines of like, calm down, it's us, get over here, you know, just trying to see if she can get some kind of reaction that either is like a hold up, are you one of us, or, you know, just trying to see what the response would be.
Sure. Yeah. Peeking out after a moment of silence, there's this little critter down here on the far end of the hallway. And those of you with dark vision to see at the end of the hallway there would see something that looks like this.
Ooh.
Who wants to
He's
describe
kinda
that
cute.
for our listening audience here? Yeah.
It looks like a goblin cat
Kinda.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of goblinish. It's got big, long, pointy ears. One of them has a big gold earring, and it's got purple, like a purple mohawk and purple like mutton chops, and a bunch of very sharp little needle teeth.
Looks like one of
it's-
them's gold.
Ooh,
Oh, nice. I didn't notice that at first. And he's got he or she has a very large wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Bippy T nailed it in the chat. He said it's like a goblin and Spike from the Gremlins had a baby.
It's true.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And as it peeks around the corner, it just kind of hisses in your direction and then does that cackling laughter. real ornery little jerk down here. And he looks at you and says, well, if you're gonna be claiming to be in charge of these things, then maybe you should take care of them. And he's gonna disappear around the corner. Why don't we go ahead and roll some initiative, because this thing is clearly ready to be antagonistic towards you all this evening. So let's get things going in here. And oh, there we go. That's some good. Let's get some initiative rolls from folks. Let's see.
Oh crap. I roll with stealth, but I really wouldn't be stealth, I don't think.
That's all right. You rolled very high, and odds are you're still, even if you were rolling something else, you'd be going quite
I'll
early.
take it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's see here. All right.
I don't know
Everybody-
why mine says 16 if I didn't roll anything, but
Oh, that's curious. Let's see. Do you want to roll for me again?
I don't.
Clear
There is,
initiative.
okay, there.
There you go. I don't know why it said 16 either. I'm not sure what
Probably will
happened.
be less than that, but whatever. 16.
Would you look at that?
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Just like
meant-
I was just gonna save you the roll, but if you want to roll, go ahead. I guess you know.
You do you.
All right, let's go ahead and let's do this. Adam, what is going on for Zako here?
Man, all right. First thing, part of rolling initiative. I'm gonna drop my whatchamado, my
Yep.
warp reality.
Work reality.
So let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap! Hold on. All right, let's put it like right here.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can't really see him, huh?
No, he kind of like peeked out and then ducked back around the corner there.
I think I'm just gonna hold my turn.
Okay.
Then, all right.
One delay. All right.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
That sounds good. Just tell me when you want to pop back in, and I will move you down. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Critter, such as it is going to peek back around the corner again. He's going to point a gnarled little tiny finger at Karna, and he's going to say, "Ha ha ha! Your friend felt it, but how about some heat for you?" And he's going to suck heat from all of the nearby steam sources and vent it directly at you, Karna.
Damn.
Yeah, can I request, please, a reflex save from you against that? So click on your token and then click on where it says save basic reflex in the chat over there as it targets you with a spell.
I'm sorry, my encounter tracker was like right above that.
Sure, take your time. Yeah, you got it.
All right.
There you
Got a
go.
19.
Go.
19 will be a success, so you'll take half damage. This is going to be decent. So half of 7 points of fire damage.
Roll or, rounding down, right?
Rounding down. So if you click half in the chat, Karna will only take 3. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and thankfully you didn't fail the save. If you had failed it, your equipment, like your firearm that you're carrying there, would be too hot to hold. So unless you drop it, you'd take more fire damage. But
Too hot to handle.
too hot to handle. All right, you are able to avoid that, and then we are back around to Karna.
I'll go.
It is your turn. Oh, this is Zako hopping
Well,
in.
no, Karna hasn't gone. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take a move.
You gotta defend me.
Yeah, okay, I'll get in front of you.
Oh, you don't
Like
have to
Zako does. Don't
totally
worry,
on
Karna.
brand.
Yeah, I've got this. It's just a tiny little gremlin. And he is going to try to use water, precipitation back at him and cast Aqueous Blast.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So let's go
Yeah.
with that.
Aqueous Blast. Don't forget
Right
to
here.
target him with the
Done.
attack.
Already done.
Excellent.
Got this. Let's go. Come on. How about a 19?
19 hits your target, blasted by water. Oh my goodness.
That's not a critical hit, though, is it?
It is not, but I'm looking at the damage you could do with this, and not gonna lie, this could be a very short encounter.
We'll see. That's pretty high. That's 12 points of
wow.
damage.
Nice.
All right,
Poor thing.
so this little piece of shit comes around the corner,
I told you.
starts talking a really big game, blasts, seems to somehow be able to trigger some of these traps that have been going off. Lucy gets blasted with steam, almost gets, the door shut on her as well. Karna gets blasted by heat from this. And then Zako with a clear line of fire on this thing, just like, I don't know, water bends a jet exactly into this creature's face and just blasts it off of its feet. It takes all of that damage and drops dead into the back of the maintenance hallway in one
Thank
shot.
Wow.
You should have come and talked to us. Thank you, Roll Tales, for the sub. Appreciate
Yeah.
you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Tales.
you should have come and spoken to us. I liked. Did you guys see what he did with that, with heating up the equipment? I like that. That's. He starts rubbing his forehead. It's like, I wonder if I can do that.
Dang. Thank you
Is,
so
is
much,
your weapon
Zocco.
okay? Yes. Is your weapon okay? Are your hands burnt?
I shielded most of my face from the blast with my hood, thankfully, but really appreciate you taking that little shit out. I tried to talk to him.
Yeah, we all did. You can't talk to little critters like this. There's no talking to them.
Oh gosh. Hey, at least you tried. At least you tried.
Right.
What?
All right.
What was it? Was like a goblin or
I think it was a gremlin.
a gremlin?
Ooh, if anybody would want to attempt a nature check, they could attempt to identify it that way.
I would want to, but I cannot do that.
I
Yeah,
can.
I don't
I
have-
mean, I've got a +3. I'm not trained, but
Yeah, you could
it
still
doesn't
attempt
matter, right? Like we can still end up
For
getting
this, it does not matter. Yep.
a random good roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need is one
Yeah.
random good
yeah,
roll.
Yeah. Always.
That's pretty
Like
good.
that one, like a 21.
That's pretty
Pretty
good.
good. Pretty good random good roll. Yeah. I like when I think about untrained recall knowledge checks, I think that it's just like stuff that you've overheard at the bar. Like one time some old spacer
Sure.
is just like, hey, you ever hear them space station gremlins? They're real little jerks.
I took out 15 of them all by myself one time.
I did. I lured them out with butter, and they went for it. Butter and I shot a malort right to the side of it, and they came out of the woodwork, metalwork, as it were. But they're prank players mostly, but they're awful ones. That they like to take machinery and make it. Bend it to their will. They can actually make it do funny things. So they're real jerks.
So what is it, Karna?
They're little jerks.
That makes sense. Username checks out.
From what I can remember, this random bounty hunter told me is they live in the station. They can manipulate metal, make it do things. I don't remember what, but
It looks
overall
like
they
it
like
make
to.
it hot.
I mean, they manipulated that steam for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the door.
but I should have probably paid better attention, but I knew he wasn't a good tipper.
Well, let's.
Well, that's understandable.
And I've got to devote your energy in the areas that it's worth it.
Maybe there are more of them. The little jerks.
They do seem to move in packs, so we'd better watch out.
Wow. Okay. Maybe there are more traps. We should be careful.
For sure. Probably better stay together.
Perception
Socko?
checks.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, I think everybody could attempt for me some secret perception checks, and we'll just roll those forward, like how you compare them against. If there's anything else here, you would know, like based on what you've got there.
Remind me how to roll like that.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
The easiest way to do it from your character sheet, when you've got it open, is if you look on the left sidebar over there, you'll see all your hit points and armor class. And right below that, it says perception. There's going to be one that's got like an eyeball with a slash through it. And if you click on that, that'll send me a secret perception check.
Sent.
Cool. All right. As you, I presume, move down the hallway, everybody.
I feel like Zocco didn't get enough praise for just like knocking that thing out in one go,
Yeah.
though. Just real quick. Thank you, Zocco.
You're welcome. There's some things that I can handle quite quickly. Like other things, like giant brass monsters, I'm not so good at.
Same, bro.
Right.
Totally. As the party proceeds, Karna, like everyone else is kind of looking around, like keeping a wary eye, but Karna, you suddenly realize that people aren't seeing what you're seeing of this surrounding area. And what you can tell is that this door that's here is rigged to do the exact same thing as the one to the north, if you're not careful. And in addition, there's also a steam vent down this to the south end of the room that is also ready to blast somebody else who walks over it if they're not careful.
So
What do
we
you do?
just avoid
So
the.
I need to let y'all know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guys, just up ahead. Hold on, Lucy. It looks like there's another steam vent there, and to your right, those doors, those could slam shut at any moment too. There must be some more of those gremlins or something.
More traps. Okay. So we can just move past them, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
maybe
want,
just move around it, right?
you can move around it. Yeah, take a look. I don't know if you can see where I drew a really poor mouse drawing of a star there on that one.
I mean, you got
Not
a
sure.
nice straight horizontal line to
I
start there.
really do. Yeah, a
Then
couple of them
it
are
ki-
good, and then it
Then
just
it just
goes
kind of
all
fell. It kind of fell apart, but
like, like a start. It's
The
like
idea's there.
The idea is there. It's the start of the cornhole tournament, and then by the end, it's just
Yeah, right.
it's all everything's
All
wiggly.
stars must die.
Yeah. Exactly.
do we have any interest in checking out what's in this door that's next to Lucy?
we could if you want.
Yeah, why don't you open it and then try to hack it real quick? Yeah.
Yeah, I will do it from far.
Sure, you could attempt to hack it from a distance at first. Yeah.
Okay, I could use my nanite surge.
Oh,
Give me a
sure.
+2.
Mm-hmm.
It's once per hour, so I think it's fine to use it.
Let's
I
do
think
it.
that's reasonable. Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, it's natural 20.
Boo, boo, boo.
I didn't need the nanite surge.
Yeah.
Hey, new
Hey, new
friends.
friends.
Hey,
No,
new friends.
Heath, are you prepared? I know you moved, so I don't know if you have all your. All right, so we're not going to do facts today, but how about we do a few just for funsies as banter next time?
That sounds great. Let's keep a tally. Everybody, keep a tally.
All right.
All
right.
All right.
So I'll do that.
Yeah, with the natural 20, you have no difficulty overriding the controls here and making sure that they're going to work exactly as intended and not slam shut on you. And you feel confident opening that door if you want. From down here, Lucy, you would also see that the hallway bends westward if you go south and a little bit further. You can see the hallway goes down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can open the door now. Oh wow.
I always forget how loud that's going to
Yeah.
be. Wow.
Oh, we recognize this hall.
Yeah. Yep. As you look back down that hallway, you look up to the northwest and you see the main intersection. Karna, as you step up there, you freeze suddenly because you see yet another of these steam vents. Looks like it's ready to go. Oh, dang, I did a little better that time.
We can only see half of it, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry, everybody. Poorly
I see
watch
all
the
of
stream
it,
if you want the
and
poorly
I-
drawn stars.
A lot of
Karna,
effort, and that's
Thanks.
what we applaud in this house.
Karna, come back. No need to run off that way.
Are we not going this way, or we?
No, we know what's that way. We're trying to get
Okay.
out of here
Well, then why are we blasting the dang door open?
because we don't want it to cut you in half when you walk through it.
Well, the game is paused, so I can't get
You
in.
got me there.
There's something afoot here.
All right. Where's the party headed next here then?
Guess that hallway that's the southwest, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Like Zaka's just gonna stand here pointing directly at the steam vet as everybody walks by. Don't step here.
Good
Don't
job,
step here.
Zaka.
And then I'm gonna step on it. No.
Your tail just.
Yeah. Like I was talking
Is
about my
there-
tail that just drags over it. Yeah.
Intentionally trigger it.
There's nothing on the little gremlin for us to get, huh?
There is another door here. Maybe it has a trap too.
Yeah. All right. Let me resolve those two things. One, you look at the gremlin as you pass, and that wrench that it's holding is just like a totally average tool.
It's just a wrench.
But like this creature is only about 2 feet tall. It might weigh 7 pounds total. Like if like that wrench has got to be just made of like, I don't know. If it's made of steel, it's like a kid's like tinker toy wrench kind of a deal.
I'll show.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. Lucy, you want to examine the door for any traps that might be on it?
Mm-hmm.
You could, yeah. Go ahead and attempt a secret perception check for me, please. Okay. You check it. You give it a thorough look. You think that it's likely that there is not any trap on this particular door. And as you are standing there looking at it and being like shh, shh to everybody behind you, you think you might hear a whisper of voices behind this door.
Oh. Guys, there's people talking.
Can you hear what they're saying?
I put my ear next to the door.
Yeah, as you listen to it, you think you hear a voice saying something like, "All right, everyone be calm. If they come through, I'm gonna blast them."
He says if we go through, he's going to blast us.
Shit.
Blast them first.
Hold on a second. We might
But
be
if
able
I
to...
open the door, they will blast me first. So
I'm
What do we
gonna. Beaumont politely moves past Lucy, if I can move.
There you go.
And he's gonna knock on the door. Hello.
We didn't expect this.
wow, this is a new strategy.
Hello. I know you're in there, preparing to blast anyone who walks through.
What is he doing, Garner?
I don't understand. I'm
I think
panicking
he's-
now.
attempting to make a connection?
Okay. Let's just hang back and see how this goes, okay?
Yeah, get ready to run.
Yeah.
From the other side of the door, you hear like, "This has gotta be a trap. That's just down here. I'm feel ready."
It's not a trap. I'd much prefer to just have a discussion with you than inevitably have to kill you if you shoot at us.
Does he have a link to my comm unit? How did he hear me? Oh, wait. Where? Is there a cam? All right.
I say really loud. You're talking really loud.
Okay, everybody, be really quiet.
Karna just has like her hand on Zako's arm, just like ready to just like pull him and go. She's like, what the heck?
You'd hear another voice behind the door just being like, "Look, this doesn't sound anything like the other things that have been here. They might be for real. Can you just hey, what's your name through there?"
I'm Beaumont.
Beaumont, okay. Who's the current Primex of Absalom Station? Who's in charge?
Do I know that?
I would think you would, right?
Is that
What was her name?
yeah, it's the name there is I'm sorry.
I mean, Beaumont might know that, but my
Beaumont knows
recall
it, yeah.
is not great.
Okay, sure.
Is
You
it
would
not Ziva?
Yeah, is Ziva the Primex now?
I don't know.
In our
If-
headcanon, I guess.
I don't really know what the Primex is, but she is definitely the representative of Absalom Station in the Pack Council.
Oh, into the Pack Council. Okay, so that would be a different role. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. And that's where I had that a little backwards there as well. The Primex is the person who is in charge of the like the day-to-day operation of
Gotcha.
Absalom Station itself.
The general manager.
General manager, if you will. Yeah.
That's a tough job, dude.
Yeah. This is Primex Cantol is their name, Kantol, and Primex Cantol is a is a noir who has taken over this role
okay.
most recently. Yep.
Is this the one where they did elections in Starfinder Society?
No, that was for the first seeker to be in charge of
Gotcha.
the Starfinder Society. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. This is just the person who's in charge of the station. Yeah.
Yes, Primex Cantol, obviously. We all know that.
All right. Who won the Brutaris League last year?
Well, the Buzzblades are all dead, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's actually, if you go back, it's kind of hard to find. You have to look at old materials, but there actually are two. It's kind of like New York and Los Angeles have two football teams. Absalom has two Brutaris teams. I don't remember the name of the other one.
That's
though.
fine. Yeah.
It's the Abalon Ragamuffins.
The right. See, he knows his stuff, right? Like, all right, here, help me get this barricade down. And you hear a bunch of hands getting to work, and you hear that voice being in. I'm still not sure about this, but like boards or metal and stuff is all getting scraped to the side. After a little bit, it's like, all right, you should be able to come through now. Just weapons away, okay?
All right, we do have weapons, but we will sheath them. I don't want to fight you if we don't have to. That's why I'm knocking on the door.
All right, go ahead. All right, you open the door. And inside, you look around and you see that while they don't all have tokens here on our map, you take in the scene of this cramped room. There's a few Shirin in here. There's a bunch of Vesk and Patra who look like they're maybe like what we would consider college-age students. Sort. There's a pair of Barathu, each holding briefcases, huddled in one of the back corner, or actually kind of like floating above other people because they can fly. And then there's this little pink Skittermander that is just all done up and ready to go.
Wow.
And
She
wow,
cute.
you do have the appearance of new friends, I suppose. I'm glad that I avoided such a terrible circumstance of plugging you with holes. Please, is anyone injured from your explorations? I have a med patch if you require it. They hold up a way to patch somebody's wounds.
One can always hope for potential new friends. And Beaumont turns to the other guys, like, look, about the question with the med patch. Like, any of you hurt? We good?
I'm fine.
Nope.
No,
We are as strong as we've ever been.
I mean, I'm down 3 points, but I'm okay.
Shh, you're okay.
I'm
Here,
fine,
let me
I'm
patch that
fine.
up for you real quick.
I mean,
He pulls out
the
a
med patch.
He pulls out a knife.
Pulls out a knife.
Nope. Put that away. Put that away.
If you need one, it's right here. You just tell me. My name is Danitaz, and I am a tour guide with Haunted Absalom Station. Ooh. Normally, I just go into the maintenance tunnels that we prepare for our tours, but there was this flash of light, some wriggling horror in my eyes, and the power went out, and when the light came back on, I recognized nothing. I've been doing this for years. We were trying to find our way back, but some corrupted hollow ads chased us down a passage, threw off our exploration of the space, and so we took refuge here. There was some scary people up the ladder over there, and Beaumont, if you were to step into the room.
Was some scary people up there.
Yes.
We too had an experience with some rather aggressive marketing ads.
Yes, just horrible. I had no interest in purchasing anything, I swear. And you see this big, one of the bigger Vesk students is there just shaking his head like he absolutely fell for that trap and tried buying everything he possibly could.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
But we turned them off. So
Oh, well, that is wonderful news. I certainly wouldn't want to have to see those again. So we're here in this maintenance room. I don't understand. You, my friend, I fear that instead of getting onto my normal path of exploring the maintenance tunnels, we have come into the ghost levels themselves. Are you familiar?
Zaka is just like, oh, yes, the ghost levels.
Well, we're much more familiar with the ghost levels now than we were, being as we ended up here sort of accidentally as well and got lost, but we've done quite a bit of exploring and cleared out some of the apparent threats that have been around.
Oh, excellent. Well, I am very glad to hear that you have made the space a little more safe for all of us here. We're grateful. Have you discovered anything that looks like a way out yet, a way back to the main part of Absalom Station, by chance?
No.
Have you?
We're working on it.
We killed everything we found, and that's it.
Oh,
We've cleared a lot of halls.
yeah. Clearly, you are more well armed and armored than this ragtag group of my tour customers here. Well, we would. Our food and water supplies are minimal. We will not likely last long if we can't get out soon. And you see, like, he's got like 20 granola bars kind of like packed into his pockets, basically, just as like ready to help out anybody who's feeling faint.
Well, I don't mean to presume, but you guys don't seem to be the sort of threat that we've run into, just a wayward band of people who ended up in a dangerous place. So, as I always say, strength in numbers if you want to. We're also looking for a way out, so maybe if we stick together and we could get out of the ghost levels safely and be on our way.
Indeed, this would be a great boon to me and to my customers here. And while this experience has been great, a great learning experience for me and my future tours that I lead, I am somewhat concerned about getting back to lead those tours. So, yes, we will follow you. I promise. This will be a good way for us to support you.
As you can see, we are well armed and armored, so we don't want anything, any harm to come of any innocents. So we'll do our best to eliminate any further threats. But I feel that we've likely cleared out most of everything on this level. We really sort of fumbled around a bit after we first arrived, and I think we went every wrong way we imaginably could. And so we've incidentally been quite thorough in eliminating threats in all of the passageways and hallways.
It means we killed everything. Yeah.
Yes.
If you didn't understand all that he said.
I thank you for
confusing
this.
way.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
You're the only thing that we haven't killed.
Oh dear, that sounds particularly menacing coming from you,
I just wanted you
Gem
to
in the
know.
forehead. Oh,
Just
thank you.
wanted all the facts to be on the table.
That's fair. That's fair.
Karna kind of puts her hand on his chest and like pushes him back and tries to, I guess, rephrase that. Don't worry, they all shot at us first, okay? You guys seem less menacing.
And I am glad that I have not shot at you first.
But you have a lot of weapons, so.
Yeah, Taco just looks at him, crossing his arms and his chest, and he's like, he's just doing this for fun, right? Like,
sure.
he's just like, yeah, you have a lot of weapons. How do you explain that for a tour group?
Yeah, he I can't remember where I put his token, but anyway, he looked at him and he kind of gestures for Lucy to lean down so he can whisper to you, like, none of them work but this one, and it only has 2 rounds in it. That's it. They're for show. they're part of the uniform. Like,
I
look,
see.
this one doesn't have a battery. This one holds water. It's not a real gun at all.
I
Just
see.
don't tell them. And like
Okay.
Beaumont, you can see this. You can all hear this totally fine.
Beaumont's pretending that he can't hear, and he like, very like non-threateningly, he just like calmly like kind of pushes on what the barrel of one of the guns and says, "Oh, is this a super soaker?"
Super soaker of acid. Yes, we're ready to dissolve my enemies that we face here in the ghost levels.
Ooh, nice
Oh, yeah,
spray paint job.
I've heard of those. That's a badass weapon.
They are indeed my liquidator rifle. Yes.
Is this what you were threatening to blast us with when we walked through the door?
No, that was a different weapon. I saved
Which
that
weapon
one.
were you going to blast
Yes,
us
it's
with?
not important now,
Taco.
Mr.
The
Mr.
grenade,
Cat.
probably the grenade. It looks like.
That one throws.
Was it perhaps a koosh ball?
No, it has.
And why do you have a pretty flower?
It's pretty.
That
I
is
want it.
quite fair.
Can I have it?
Yes.
Thank you. And I take it down.
You may have
Shut
it.
down the
Flower.
stick under for the
This
flower.
was
Like, I'm
pretty.
taking this now.
In addition, to help you get us out of here, I want to make sure you do have these. Please help. Like, you'll be in front. And he hands you 4 med patches and 4 hypo pens. And I put those in the party stash, so you can.
How do we
distribute them.
know these aren't filled with poison?
Zaco, calm your shit, Zaco. These are quite obviously new friends.
I know, I'm just having some fun, new friends.
That Vesk student is just like shaking his
Yeah.
head. He's got his arms crossed. He's, "Ugh," yeah.
Wait, so how
yeah.
many total are in this little band?
Sure.
I can't
In addition to the Skittermander that's here, there's maybe a dozen people. I mean, like we don't have, like I said, we don't have tokens for all of them, and they're just
Sure,
like
sure.
huddled down here. Now, like you've got this one Vesk who's looking like this Skittermander is a joke in the Veskarium. Like I would have let everybody out of here, but then you look at everybody else who's gathered there, and like the rest of them do look genuinely unnerved to be in this place. Well, it's hard to tell with the Barathu because they're like the floating jellyfish blob little things.
They're blobbing kind of uncertainly.
Yeah, they got some uncertain bloblin to their floating. Yeah.
They be blobbling.
They do be bobbling. Yeah, go ahead.
Beaumont, I mean, now that we've kind of gotten acquainted and hopefully aren't at threat of anyone shooting anyone, I think he's been kind of, getting the lay of the land, so to speak, and would approach the Vesk, who appears to be the real deal as far as fighters, and just kind of sidles up to him and says, "I don't mean to presume, but you seem as though you can handle yourself. Are you trained with weapons?"
Yeah, of course I'm trained with weapons, just like every kid out of the Veskarium. Well, what do you got?
Since we're at least for the time being going to be helping each other out, if we run into another threat, the more fighters we have, the better. So, and I will, if he's willing, I'll hand him my pistol.
Sure. Yeah, you see him, and he.
We have one in the stash. If you don't want to give up yours.
Okay, I'll hand him a pistol. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like you got a laser pistol in there, or a laser rifle as well.
Give the
either one.
rifle to the Vesk.
Laser rifle, heck yeah.
Yeah, he takes that out. He ejects the battery, checks the charge, pops it back in, checks the sight on it, hefts the weight a little bit, does all the moves that you would expect a kid trained in basic Vescaria Military Academy as a little kid before going off to, officer school or whatever it is that he's doing here. And he's like, "All right, let's. I got no armor, so I'm backing you up. But if I see anything, I'll do what I can to help."
Don't worry. Get behind me. I protect everyone.
You got it.
Yep, he's quite the jokester. I'm Beaumont Larajny, by the way, and he goes out, just goes for the fist bump. You know, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Call me Rogelio.
Rogelio.
Rogelio, yeah.
Rogelio, you know a Vesk named Jules?
Jules.
Jules Akama?
Jules Akama. No, can't say I do. Yeah.
Long shot, just wondering.
Yeah, sorry. Look, we're here on vacation, honestly.
Gotcha.
This sounded like a fun time, but there's
Come
another...
see the mystical ghost levels, huh?
Yeah,
I
mean,
apologize on behalf of all of us.
Yeah, it's okay. They thought it was going to be fun. I didn't want them to go without me, so,
Well, I can recommend
are.
some good bars in the Vest Quarter later if we ever get out of here.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. But for now, let's get out. Yep. Yeah, let's focus.
Lock and load. Let's sally forth.
Okay.
All right. So, the party has, at this point, has indeed, run the gamut of this portion of the ghost levels, I'll say, and you retrace your steps over the course of the entire area, and if you, I'm just gonna, now that you've been everywhere, I think it makes sense. I can turn off the token vision, and you can get a sense of the whole here. You go back across the entire area, and you cautiously keep an eye on the tourists and their guide. You're looking out for additional traps, which you spot and dodge. And outside of this corner of the ghost levels, it doesn't appear to be anything else. The elevator that brought you down, you stop in one more time. It's no longer functional in any way. All of its lights are off, and you punch buttons and you mess with controls, and nothing happens. Eventually, you find yourselves back at the holographic orrery where all the planets were swirling around, and just quietly viewing them. You see all of them in their courses, the occasional glitching out of Octurne before it comes back in. And through the north door on that side of the room, you find another elevator over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring the party over to that spot. Give you the quick. Whoa! What happened here? Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
Some fancy stuff happening there. All right. Let's see. Where did Karna go?
Great question.
You know what? We're just gonna drag Karna right back in. There we go. All right. And you see through these doors to the north, you see a short hallway, and then brace for one more door noise. Sorry, audience. There we go again. What looks like a kind of a control room on the map down there actually looks like a bigger freight elevator. In fact, it looks big enough to hold everybody, not just yourselves, but also this whole tourist.
I'm sorry. It will fit everybody, but a Skittermander-sized person.
Oh my gosh.
We'll come back to get you. I promise.
I shall valiantly hold the door.
You blast anybody who comes through this door.
Don't listen to him.
I will. Oh, he's pulling. I see.
Yes,
He's a good one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me get all six.
Yes.
No
yes,
skitter
chef.
left behind.
Yeah. Lucy, you are trained in both crafting and computers, and you take a look into the elevator here, and you can tell that while it doesn't appear to be powered up at the moment, you think you can figure out a way to connect the power from this holographic projector to the elevator to give it enough juice for a ride somewhere.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, it's going to take you somewhere good, right?
Okay.
Kind of a deal.
Okay, explain that to them. It's like, I think that's the best bet we have. So I can try.
Well, do your best.
Anyone here knows about computers that can help? I asked to the group of
Never
people.
heard of them.
Oh, she knows you haven't.
Yeah. But
Any of
maybe
the
someone
new
in the group-
friends?
Yeah, the new guys.
Sorry, can you? I was grabbing a note here. Can you ask me that one more time? I
If
apologize.
any of the NPCs has any computers so that they can aid me.
You got one student in the background who's like, I kind of do. My second year of computer science.
That works. Come here.
Does it? Okay. All right.
You better do it.
Okay, sure. And it's this like nerdy looking Patra with a kind of a tabby coloration kind of thing going on. Yeah, and they're gonna go up there and they'll be like, all right, let me see if this is gonna be good here to help. And they're just like they're obviously way out of their league here. If you want to try, you think it's going to take a little bit of time here to rewire this. You're going to need 2 successful either crafting or computers checks to get this thing working.
Okay.
So at this point, it's kind of like a matter of how long is everybody having to wait around while these repairs happen. So let's go ahead and let's see how long this takes for Lucy to do.
Okay, I can, if an hour passes, I can use my nanite search again. So that will give me like a +2. Let's see.
Here, I got the wrong button there. First, do this second one that I did, that I put in the chat for you. This will be to restore power to the elevator itself.
It will be this.
I can't cast guidance.
Yeah, guidance is an
That's the
immediate
only
thing.
in.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. So you can go ahead and keep trying again. We're just right now we're just counting the passage of time. So there's 1 computer's check to restore power.
Okay.
Your buddy tries to help you again, and he helps you. You get a +1 bonus to this, an aid check from this computer science kid.
Okay, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I can use a hero. Why do we have 2 hero points, by the way?
Oh, because it's a new 2-session arc, and so you get 2 of them. Yeah.
I can, if time is something we are worried. Are we worried about time?
Nah. Oh, well, is Heath saying yes?
I mean, I would use it because you've got 2, and we don't know whether time is an issue or not. You know.
I guess. Well, I will use 1.
I mean, an hour.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a riot on our hands with this, these dozen
We've got
people that
so
are
many
scared.
granola bars.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are a lot of granola bars around.
Do I need to roll performance to try to entertain these people?
Yes,
Sure,
I want to be
I think that can
entertained.
happen at the same time. Yeah.
Like, how long does it take me each try? It's like
For each of these is 10 minutes for
10
getting the
minutes,
power.
okay.
Figured out. Yeah.
okay, much better.
There you go. So after a half hour of work, and Beaumont, are you singing for everybody? Are you telling stories or what's going on here?
Yeah, I think he's more. Yeah, probably just like telling stories of his adventures on Castroville and then after Castroville. He's just kind of like especially the younger, like college age or younger crew, to just kind of keep them distracted and not feeling like, not letting anxiety build up,
Totally.
Just talking about his journeys into the diaspora and stuff.
Nice.
With a 24, it looks like you do a great job of that.
Yeah.
He's
good
very
story.
entertaining.
Yeah. As you tell the story, you can hear over your shoulder down the short hallway there, as Lucy messes with wires a final time, and after about a half hour of work, you get the power transferred from this holographic projector.
It worked.
Come on, there's like a
Great job, Lucy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Knew you could do it.
There's just a few mechanical things here that need to be repaired as well, and you've got a couple more folks who are suited to that kind of work that are on this tour, so they'll automatically give you a +2 bonus to the crafting or computers check here, to get this kind of stuff figured out. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
21 with
The first hour, with help. 22, yeah. You make excellent progress on the first hour, and you think you're about halfway to having the whole thing repaired. So it's been about an hour and a half.
It's just like, wow, this is a lot of work.
You want a granola bar?
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Give me that little thing. Okay.
Give me that granola bar.
Give me that.
Give me that.
Listen, we all get a little hangry when we're doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Lucille, you're not yourself when you're hungry.
Need Snickers.
Okay.
We're not sponsored yet.
Legally distinct. It's a Snackers.
Yeah. I'll take whatever you call. I'll take one of whatever you call it. I am a bit peckish.
Okay. Do you want the honey almond or do you want the chocolate chip?
You don't know?
Understand. I don't understand what you said. You speak weird.
I do. I'm sorry. My tongue. Here you go. He just gives you one of each that he's got. Oh, it's like here.
Exactly. Well done. That was the right answer.
Have two.
You guys are kind of jerks.
I'm stressed out. I've been working for hours here.
Eat your Snackers.
All right.
Yeah.
You get one. Let's see if we can get another.
Another one.
And one more check here for you.
Okay.
Yep.
And I can use my nanite source again. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
19 with they gave me a +1, right?
They gave you a +1, gets you to
A
a 20, and with the 20, you believe you've successfully got the elevator in working condition. Very nicely done.
I think it works. I'm 80% sure. So maybe we will fall, or maybe, probably it will work, and we will go up.
That's. Maybe don't tell us percentages.
Never tell me the
Yeah, legally distinct from that phrase.
Yeah. Rarely tell me percentages.
Never address me about statistics.
Yes. I love it.
What's the Skittermander's name?
Danataz.
Danataz.
Yeah.
During all this, Zako is just scanning him with the radiation sweeper.
He's just like, hello, a little close, don't you think?
No, check this out. Have you ever seen one of these?
Hey, what is it? Why is it clicking?
Oh no.
Because is it actually clicking?
It's got like that intermittent,
Radioactive.
yeah. Oh yeah, just the kind of like static level of clicking.
Yeah, the static, like the monotone. Yeah.
Yes,
the baseline.
I'm not sure this could mean terrible things or it could mean amazing things.
Oh, it's super
I'll do
amazing.
some research on this and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Check out the stool. I don't know what it does.
I mean, I do, but he's like trying to like
Right.
just
and
mess
still
with
fear.
Yeah, just play with him a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You see the two Barathu are over there over the corpse of the Electrovore that you all left on the floor over there. Just, you weren't expected to do anything with it, of course. And they're just like to each other about this thing. They're kind of like,
all right, you officially have to play a Barathu in a game that I run.
That'll be one of my number one choices. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Barathu Rhythm Mystic. There we go. All right.
There it is.
I love it. I love it. All right. Is there anything else you would want to go try and check in on and do here in the ghost levels before you try this elevator? Is there anything?
I want to get the hell
I want
We
to
saw everything.
Okay. All right. Everybody can pile into the elevator itself. And who's hitting the up button at this point?
Is there?
Oh, yeah,
does
there-
everyone else see two Karnas? Is it that just me?
Yeah, there's two Karnas, yeah.
Cool.
We're just gonna
That's some crazy mystic stuff.
I forgot to tell y'all about that feat. It's called splitting atoms.
Hey,
Aw, nice.
That's the sitcom we have in the works.
yeah.
For Adam.
It's gonna be explosive.
It's like that what's the movie from the 90s with
That one.
My brain recall's so bad because I've had a migraine all day.
Multiplicity.
Oh.
Multiplicity, that's it.
Boom!
The
Look
guy
at that!
clones
Look at
himself
that!
numerous times.
Oh, I would not want to play y'all in that. Now I can't remember what the name of the game is. Yeah.
Adam, come here. I'm spitting on bugs.
It's a great
Amazing.
movie.
You're gonna go to SeaWorld and eat a dolphin.
Amazing. Lucy, you've done all the work. Are you taking the honor of hitting the up button on the elevator?
Sure.
All right. Lucy hits the up button, and there's a little bit of a vroom, vroom, and then
Everybody hold on tight.
the music kicks on,
Oh boy.
and the elevator starts going up and up.
Oh,
This is
And
quite
up.
pleasant.
Lucy
And it
all
appears.
proud, like,
I can't help but brace for the worst.
Yeah. The lights flicker a little bit as you're going, but as the doors close and you begin to move, you think back over all you've experienced over the last, like, if you can believe it, only like 6 hours, half of which was fixing this elevator, right? Of these relationships you've started to form with these other people, of the foes you faced down and defeated, of these lives that you hope that you're saving by putting in this elevator. And you think forward and you're looking ahead to what's ahead of you back on the main part of the station if you get there, of those people who are out there who are counting on you, of the next job that might be on the horizon. And as all you think about all of these things, you feel stronger.
Oh
Perhaps
shit.
more prepared for the challenges to come as you've completed part 1 of our adventure and are now level 2 characters.
Watch out.
Congratulations.
Invincible. We're invincible at this point.
Not
Basically
even
gods.
the newborn could stop you now, right? A literal
6
baby
hours
couldn't stop
in.
you. No. All right. Everybody who's listening, we are going to take a 10-minute break, and then maybe just maybe slightly shorter than that. And we're going to get ourselves set up and take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. So stay tuned. We'll see you in a little bit. Hey, we're back. We're
Yeah.
back. And we're level 2. All right. Everybody who's on the call here want to share a little bit about something that they chose for their character for second level. There's a few different things. Not a huge number of options at second level, a few different things. But yeah, what do you want to share? Who would like to go first?
I chose a new accent.
Oh, did you?
No.
Cool.
No.
Oh.
You never know. If I start just experimenting with Karna's
So
voice.
here's the official rules. You can change your accent at every level up, but you can't change it in between levels.
The pressure.
It's in the Game Master's Guide. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about
Karna's
it.
gonna start talking like this, okay, y'all?
Oh gosh, no, would that okay? But in 5 minutes, we're all going to be talking like that.
Right.
No.
You're gonna infect all of us with
Don't
it.
be code switching with me now.
I may not have a choice. No. But speaking of, what did Karna choose? And as you tell me, I can help make sure they're in your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm trying
as
to
well.
make sure they are
Yeah.
in my character sheet
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Or you can go off your list too. Yeah.
Let's see if I can put my list nearby.
Yeah, sure.
I picked Bond. I want to say it's Bond Boost. Is that correct?
Yep, that is correct. Yeah.
For my Mystic Feet.
Yeah.
That's
Bond
cool.
boost
What does it
as-
do?
Do you remember?
It's a reaction.
Mhm.
It does cost me 4 vitality points from my network,
Mhm.
but if my bonded ally is within 20 feet of me and is about to roll a saving throw, I channel a surge of energy through our bond, and they gain a +2 status bonus to their saving throw.
That's
So
pretty
if they
sweet.
roll a success against a vitality or void effect, they get a critical success.
Oh wow,
It's
that's
huge.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a chance to try it out.
Nice.
The question: does your vitality pool go up as you level up?
That is a question I had and forgot to ask.
Sure, totally. I believe that it does, and it is 6 + 4 hit points per mystic level. So you would now
Oh,
have 14 vitality
I
network
love
points.
that.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like I got 4 extra to spare.
Yeah, it's
can
like
do
it
this
costs
by-
nothing.
Yeah.
And I do have a question about this because I
Yes.
don't know. It's a reaction, but am I limited to how often I can use it?
You can use 1 reaction per round. Outside of that limitation, no. As long as you've got vitality points and a reaction ready to go, you can use it. Yeah.
And a round is referring to like a round of turns in
Yes.
an
Yeah.
encounter.
Correct.
So
Okay.
like at the start of your turn in combat, you get 3 actions and a reaction. And then at the start of your next round of combat, you get 3 actions and a reaction. That
Got
sound
it.
good?
Excited to have the reaction in there.
Yep. All right. You got a skill feat as well. Do you remember what that one was called?
Let's see.
Not magic.
Yeah. Root. Yeah. I wrote it down on paper and I was trying to read my own handwriting. So what Adam's referring to is what I thought was the word not magic. It was root magic.
Root magic instead.
Nice.
So it is indeed magic.
Mhm.
So I get to assemble a small pouch with little bits and bobs of random stuff that I could consider sacred, and that's during daily preparations if I didn't say that. And I can give it to an ally, not
Mhm.
myself. The first time that day that the ally attempts a saving throw against a spell or a haunt, they gain a +1 circumstance bonus to the roll. This bonus increases to +2 if you're an expert, so that'll take a little bit, but yeah.
Gotcha.
I did to help out my friends.
There you go. Getting ready to
Yeah.
help the friends.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay. And you also got a spell, another first rank spell here at second level. What spell did you decide on? for getting here. Free.
Me too. Dang it. I don't see my. I must have thrown my notebook in a moment of panic. Let's see.
We were talking about a
We
lot
were
of options
talking about it.
beforehand, and we can come back to you.
Yeah, no
For
worries.
sure. Yeah.
You guys, it's gonna be great.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Tune
come
in
back
next
to
time.
that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's have Zako. Let's take Zako next here if we can.
No problem. For my class feat, I took Warp Wounds. I think you guys are going to like this. It makes my Warp Reality field a little bit cooler. So it's also a reaction. Trigger is I take damage from an enemy. Your reality shifts to partially overlap with another in which someone else was damaged instead of you. You gain resistance to all damage against the triggering attack equal to half your level, and one enemy or willing ally in your quantum field takes damage equal to the amount of damage prevented this way.
Nice.
So
Very
there's like a
cool.
little, I mean, it's only going to be like 1 point right now, but as I level up, I'll be able to kind of switcheroo some of that damage back on the enemy.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Excellent.
We like
Alright.
the switcheroo.
Yeah, who doesn't like a good switcheroo?
The
You know?
switcheroo. Exactly. All right.
Skill feat,
Yeah. Skill
right?
feat. Yep.
So read psychometric resonance, which is a
Yeah.
mouthful. It's basically I can touch an item and get a flash of its history. That's it in a nutshell. There's some mechanical aspects to it, but I mean that's pretty much it, right? I'm not misreading that.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we talked about this one because it's an uncommon feat from one of the books. But after thinking about your backstory that you had put together as well, I think there was a lot in that made sense for
Right.
Zako for taking that one.
Yeah, and this one can put a lot of work on a GM, right? Because all of a sudden now they have to improvise stories behind objects. We did talk about that a little bit, so I'll do my best not to spam you on that, and hopefully know which items seem most appropriate to really dig into.
Good thing we know that cats love to leave things alone and not bat at
cats
everything that they
are
can
not
get their
curious
hands on.
about every object in the world. We know that to be true. And then I also gained a spell.
Excellent.
And Zako was very impressed with the gremlin's overheat, so he took overheat.
Heat. All right. Yeah. Great way to blast some fire at somebody. Fire damage at somebody. Awesome. Irene, what is our action hero looking like now at level 2?
Okay. I for my class fit, I got shot on the wrong.
Ooh.
So basically, that gives me a stride whenever I use an area fire or auto fire attack. So if I understand correctly, when I use my suppressing fire combo,
Yep.
now I can move
Yep.
and do the whole combo with just 2 actions, because usually using the combo is 2 actions.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's kind
this is crazy good for Lucy.
It really is. Yeah. You do have to stride first, so you can't shoot and then stride, or stride a little ways, shoot and then stride a little more. So it's a little limited, but yeah, you're getting 3 actions for the cost of 2. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. And considering my weapon has a very big cone and I have a lot of people who I don't want to be in that cone, I can move and do everything and then I still have another action left. So it's great. And the skill fit, maybe it's a lot more fun if just when it happens.
When it happens, it happens.
It happens, yeah.
I like that. Okay. Perfect. All right. Thank you, Irene. Heath, what would you like to share with us about Beaumont at second level?
So
Go for it.
I leaned heavily into Intimidate. I feel like that's the best sort of non-direct combat stuff he can do. I got not a bonus feat. I got a class feat, a skill feat, and a skill increase. My skill increase I put into Intimidate, so now I'm an expert. I have a +10 to Intimidate, which is great. I took as a skill feat Intimidating Glare, so essentially now I don't need to share a language with something. I can just give them the look at them sideways, and so if we run into alien species or something that don't speak common, like I can still intimidate them.
It's all about the Oakleys now, bro.
Pit Vipers, but yeah.
Pit Vipers.
And for a class feat, I took Quip, which is a reaction. So now I have 2 reactions. So like every turn, I like. Now, obviously, broadly speaking, you don't want to have too many reactions where you can't, like where you're cutting into yourself, But having a couple of options is nice because I have Watch Out if I need to try to help somebody prevent taking a hit. But I also have Quip. So if a creature within 30 feet of me is damaged by one of my allies, I can follow up their hit by doing a Demoralize. So I can just like throw one out. Like if Zako shoots an enemy, if he hits, I can just immediately give him the eyes and demoralize him.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So every turn now I'll kind of be like, excuse me, I'll kind of be looking at my reactions, like constantly. Like it's a cool little side part of the game for this character where it's like, okay, like always be cognizant of reactions because every turn I want to get the most out of them, so I can either try demoralizing or try to prevent somebody from taking damage. And I think that's a neat little bonus aspect.
Very nice.
It's like, how can I most play when it's not my turn?
That's right.
Good.
How can I just get in there? Yeah.
But like we've all taken reactions for the most part, like that's
True.
I mean, they can help somebody.
Is that like, is that kind of intentional or built into the game that level 2 feats are like, here's a reaction? Does that have, I mean, better than I do, Jason. Have you seen that kind of across the board with the classes? Or?
That's a great question. I don't know that it's necessarily a level 2 thing in particular, though, no one's a Solarian here, so why don't I take a look at the Solarian really quick? And their second levels, I mean, their stuff is all actions, which makes sense for a Solarian. You're out there just doing stuff. But I do think that as the game has grown in age, and they're kind of like seeing where they can push and pull on the system here and there. I think they're gonna, continue exploring a lot with what reactions can do. I think especially we're gonna see this in a huge way when the Battle Cry book comes out here at Gen Con, because the Commander class is built entirely on giving allies reactions to do. At least it was during the playtest.
Yeah, when we playtested that with Griff, and he played the battle, or what is it called?
The Commander.
The Commander. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was so awesome. Like, I loved everything about it. I don't know if it's the class I want to play, but I want one of those in every party in 2E that I play in. It's so good. It's so good.
Weird they built a whole class around a Washington football team.
Or the role you play in all the XCOM games.
Right.
Also, Commander. I think that those are going to be some fun things to continue to see grow and come out. I'd have to look back at the Mechanic and Technomancer playtest here, which ends today. For if you haven't sent in your feedback yet, even if it's just I can't remember if it's midnight tonight or what, but even if it's just sending in like, here's my vibes on these classes, you can still do that. All right, the let's see. Before we continue, Karna has a spell that she got. Is there a spell that you'd like to tell us about, Hannah?
What if I don't No.
If you don't,
so,
that's fine.
Jeez.
If you want it to come out later, I'm totally
Yeah, it
fine
could
with
be-
that.
No,
because
I think it's fun to share because
I took
Okay.
the sass back feat at level 2.
level 2, I
was
get
free.
a +5. Okay. So let's see. I think Jason, were you the one to suggest this one? So I had read it, and when I initially read it, it just made me think more of like the kinds of characters that I've seen Heath play. But as we talked about it, I was like, you know what, this would be fun. So I am taking motivating ringtone.
It's
Which-
awesome. Heath, you're gonna love this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
so,
have I played a lot of ringtone-based characters?
yeah, you don't think you have like very ringtone vibe? No. So the requirements: you have to have a comm unit, and the range is 120 feet. The duration is 1 minute. So the effects of this get to last basically for a whole interaction. But I target someone who I'm bonded with. Well, I guess anybody, but I would only use it on someone I'm bonded with. Their comm unit to play a cosmically composed personal theme song specific to its owner. So they regain 1d8 plus 4 hit points when I cast a spell. They get a +5 foot status bonus to all speeds and a +1 status bonus to saves against fear effects for the duration, as long as the comm unit continues to play the ringtone. Creatures beginning their turn adjacent to an ally with an active ringtone gain the status bonus to speeds and bonus to saves until the start of their next turn.
So good.
Yeah.
Huge.
So
huge.
that was
It's
really
walk on.
fun.
It's walk on song to spell.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It is.
Maybe we can get Tristan to like help me with a couple sound effect instances.
Some drops. Yeah, some drops. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Just a little, you know.
Every
10
person's
second.
song is just the Seinfeld theme.
That's
I
pretty
live
good.
like 5 blocks from that diner. That's
Oh,
fun.
really?
It's always funny to walk past.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. So by next time, everybody think of what your drop is going to be for that. No,
I just told you what it is.
that's yours. Is the Seinfeld theme. Excellent. Okay.
No discussion.
No discussion. All right. So, after what, first, thank you all for thinking about what your characters have been through and what they're doing now and where they are, where they're going in their future. I appreciate that. After what seems like way too long for any elevator ride in Absalom Station, there's a ding and the elevator comes to a halt. It stops and the doors slowly rumble open. You look out onto a disused maintenance corridor. One that is filled with the hum of rusty fans whirring and unseen equipment buzzing within the walls.
Ooh, that's a cool map.
Yeah. Industrial piping runs along this low ceiling, and red emergency lights kind of faintly illuminate the path forward. There's no outlets on this claustrophobic hallway that you're in. There's only heat vents that are maybe 1 foot wide shafts. At best, maybe the Skittermander might be able to squeeze into one of them, but he's not interested in going anywhere else. And as you walk, you've got about a quarter mile of a walk before you see it kind of transform a little bit from this weird extended maintenance corridor to what appears to be a kind of a back alley. And by the time you reach this transition point, suddenly your comm units start binging with the 6 to 8 hours of notifications that you've not been receiving over the course of your adventure here.
Zako gets no pings.
No pings at all for Zako.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's like getting like, bzz, bzz, and he's like looking at his phone expectedly and nothing. Unless
He's
like
making a bzz sound effect just to try to feel like he fits in.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Zako gets like the emergency alerts and maybe a breaking news update, but definitely no custom bings from somebody. Yeah. You,
No DMs, man.
As Bippy says, you get one saying that your phone bill is due.
Damn it.
Lucy, is there anyone checking in on Lucy? Like, is Jules Akama sending you a text or anybody else, do you think?
Probably if someone, it will be him. Yeah, just him. I don't think she has a lot of friends here.
Yeah. Maybe it's just something like, hey, you get whammied? Check in sometime. Beaumont, do you think Beaumont would be getting any check-in messages from anybody here on the station? Oh, you think about that for a second, Heath. Maybe I'll go to Hannah. Would Karna be getting a message from anyone, do you think?
Well, Karna's like, she's got like a pretty good social network just between like random people from her classes that she might study and grab a copy with, or her family, 'cause she's still, close with her parents.
Yeah. Maybe something pops up, like especially probably from your parents, there's like an increasing level of worry about like, hey, where are you? Why haven't you answered my text messages yet? What's going on here?
Yeah, because realistically, it wouldn't have just been like the 6 hours she was in the passages underneath, but she's probably been out of touch for like the past 24, which would be a little bit out of character. Usually they're touching base a couple times a day.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Probably they don't know that you're dead.
No, they would not have known that.
As I'm typically like the rank and file where Zako is as we're walking, he's usually right by Karna. Is there any way that I could like try to covertly like see like what those messages are, or at least get like just like a quick peek at a distance,
I feel like you would definitely be trying to read her comm unit.
Yeah,
like,
definitely,
especially
if
since
it was
you've
like
got nothing else going on.
right. Like he looks at his, he's like, damn it, and then you get like 15 buzzes
Right.
or
I'm
30
sitting
buzzes
there
or whatever, and he's just curious. He just wants to
scrolling.
know like, okay, what's the deal,
Yeah. If you
Would
want
it
to
be
roll,
like stealth or perception? I don't know.
let's have one of each. Yeah, how obvious are you
I
that
want
you're looking?
him to roll athletics. I'm just kidding.
Excuse me.
You gotta really get it.
All right, here's my stealth first. I think that's the more
Okay.
appropriate one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Yeah.
He
you're-
like trips it. He's like, oh hey Karna, what are you doing? Who's blowing you up there?
Oh, jeez. This is just about 24 hours worth of messages from everybody and their mama. And my mom. And you can tell she kind of like does not look like she wants to deal with it, but also like she's just kind of
Yeah.
like, what do
yeah,
I do
and
with
like,
Frozen?
he's like, parents, right? And he's like saying that like in a way that's like,
I don't know what you.
I don't know what parents are really like. Like you could see he's like trying to
She
like
kinda-
connect, but like
Right. She gives you like she gets what you're trying to do, but also that you don't know. And she just goes, yeah. I mean, you've already picked up on the fact that this Barai thing is new. And well, I don't know how I'm supposed to communicate that to them. I mean,
do you have to? Do they have to know?
I mean, I just have a feeling that if I don't show up to like Wednesday night dinner, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh
They'll
yeah, show
probably
up,
end
but like we could get some makeup on you and you can make it look like you're still alive,
It's unfortunate, but like, my mom did kind of birth me, so it's like a
Zako looks
grossly
really confused at that statement. Like, yes, right, yes, of course.
they'd know. they know me well enough. I mean, like,
Well, would they be upset? I mean, obviously they'd be upset that you're dead, but like you're also not
I'm
dead.
not. Yeah,
you know?
I'm not dead. I'm not dead, Zako.
I'm the one that
Sorry,
told you
I-
that, Karna.
Shut
Remember?
up.
Anyways, I maybe you just
I've got
tell
to
him.
tell him at some point. I just
Yeah.
fuck, like I don't even know what's going on with me, and I don't know how it happened, and then they're gonna freak out, and then I just don't want to deal with
Well,
it right
maybe
now.
maybe just send them a message. Let them know that you're okay, right? So that they like buy yourself some time, you know?
I'm
Say
just
that
gonna
you're like
tell them I'm
skiing
studying
somewhere,
for finals. They're
or
not
studying
gonna
for
know the
finals. Yeah,
difference.
that.
Yeah.
Way better idea than skiing in Castroville, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I've got like, that's fine. 48
Yeah.
more hours to think about how to freaking. Yeah, it's fine. It's
And,
fine.
like,
Everyone's daughter becomes a Barais.
Yeah, he's
sometime,
like-
right?
You know, as he's getting more anxious, he's like rubbing the stone in his forehead, but he's like really trying, right? He's like pats you on the back a little bit. It's like, yeah, this is gonna be fine. Their parents parent, you know, right?
Yeah, Zako, they parent.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like, who the fuck cares? But it's just gonna be weird, and maybe I should just move. It's fine.
Well,
Certainly a solution.
yeah, don't be drastic.
Yeah.
I mean, God, just for a freaking
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Right.
Fine. Okay.
Maybe after
Whatever.
this, we pan over to Beaumont as well. Heath, is Beaumont getting an alert from anybody there?
I would imagine he probably has, a couple of messages from his co-workers or superior at Ulrika Clan Holdings, just checking in on his, because he's kind of loosey-goosey, but he's kind of on the job in some capacity, as evidenced by his introduction with, messaging Counselor Madam Nariko Zivarajni trying to set up business deals. And so depending on how the luncheon that he was trying to convince her to go to went, he may also have a message from Counselor Woman Rajni. And then I think also he has, how like your photo gallery on your phone will just every few days, we put together this collage of pictures for you from, this is the from your
Memories,
summer
yeah.
in 2017. Yeah, memories thing. And so if we're kind of in a relatively tight confines, like if Zako's kind of scoping and just happening to glance over and see people's phones, like he checks his messages and then he sees the little photo memories thing or whatever, and it's a bunch of pictures back from his time in Castroville, and a lot of them are him mounted on this creature called a Shodalashu, which is a four-limbed, long-tailed, sort of pinkish creature, and he's in this like fancy ceremonial looking armor, and like with he was in a military squadron or whatever, and so like a lot of it's just a bundle of pictures of him on his Shodalashu cavalry duty in uniform with some of the other soldiers and stuff.
Yeah, like that's why Zako said Castroville, like whenever he was talking about skiing as an excuse, But like, who's skiing on Castroville? Nobody. It's a jungle planet. Like that, it's not an appropriate place to be skiing. But he was just trying real hard anyway.
The best excuses are the off the wall ones.
Yeah. As you Heath, I promise we're getting to the Absalom fact here very soon. But as you kind of filter through all of those messages, you can find the ones that are from Absalom Station proper, like from the office of the Primex, getting out to everybody, ordering all residents of Absalom Station to shelter in place. In fact, in a way that might actually give Karna a little bit of cover on that dinner, just coincidentally. Right, yeah. Because the Starstone reactor itself has experienced an unexplained power flicker. And this power flicker has affected everything, from security systems to life support generators, and emergency crews have been dispatched to investigate and prevent the situation from escalating. By keeping people from moving around, they can track down where things are happening. So you see newsfeed broadcast vids, there's vehicles gridlocked at intersection. There are some squads of Absalom Station security folks who are patrolling some deserted walkways, are trying to keep people in their homes. There's images of even some looted storefronts in certain neighborhoods. Things are looking pretty weird for the station.
Dang.
If you search for more of the news, reporters and the infosphere chatter, they're speculating wildly about potential doom scenarios. We could have anything from another swarm invasion coming in to, is it even the Starstone reactor itself might be failing?
God,
and
that
then
would be catastrophic.
It would absolutely be catastrophic. And as we're thinking about what all the Starstone makes possible on Absalom Station, Heath, would you like to give us a fact about Absalom Station?
I owed you one from before the break.
Yeah, hey, new friends. Yeah.
Lucy's role.
Lucy. Nicely done.
Indeed, just for you, Lucy, and the millions and millions of listeners at home.
Right.
I think we're at millions now.
We crossed the billion mark just a few moments ago.
Nice, congratulations, guys.
Big in Indonesia, yeah.
We finished off last time discussing Jatembe Park, and so we are in the area of Absalom Station. The section we're on is called the Eye, right, which is the center of the station. The Jatembe Park is a big park in the middle, has a big dome over it, big glass dome. So we will move on to Kamanis, or Kamanis. I lean towards Kamanis, but I'm not sure. Did you know there is a neighborhood in the Eye called Kamanis, a place where wealthy students from the station's elite families get to enjoy the delights of some of the most prominent entertainment venues in the station?
Very nice. If you're looking for a good show, don't look for Broadway. Go to
I
Kamanis.
wonder if Karna may be familiar with this location as a venue.
She's not a well-to-do, that's for sure.
But you may have
you
gotten in
know,
one time.
She might have slid in with some of her friends, kind of.
Right.
Oh, hey, we just, it was the intermission, and yeah, I don't know where my. Okay, thanks.
Who amongst us has not? Yeah. Excellent. All right. Okay. When you, as you transition from this maintenance hallway to this back alley looking place, it's not very long of an alley. You come out into more of an open space and you're greeted by a very curious sight. Above you, there is a holographic sky, shining bright blue, an expanse of blue dotted with fluffy white holographic clouds floating past it as well. And it's about 300 feet up. It's a very expansive space that you're in right now. And just kind of like peeking through some of the imperfections in this fall sky, you can see like bits of maintenance equipment, or maybe pipes or conduit or something like that. And those that stick through, they're pockmarked by what appears like projectile ammunition strikes or laser burns that are happening there. Even weirder, perhaps, for those of you who have and most of you probably never have been to this neighborhood before. In the midst of this holographic blue sky, there's this cheerfully unhinged, smiling holographic sun that is beaming down over the entire area. And as it strikes a quarter hour of on the clock, you hear this tinny jingle kind of chime out that out there you won't find anything finer than grubs and gravy at Sunny's Diner. Come on down to Sunny Sixes for your next meal.
I know it isn't this, but my brain immediately imagined the sun with the baby face on it from the Teletubbies.
Nah.
Probably not too far off from that. Yeah, given
theme.
depending on the programming. Yeah, for it. And of course, as soon as this jingle gets done, there's like a small chorus of like small arms fired, and you can kind of see these bits and bobs ping off of the ceiling near the sun at this announcement. And from the direction a lot of that came from, you can hear just a chorus of laughs echoing from further down. And as you get a good look from the place where you're entering, all of this is taking place around what appears to be a former starship dock and storage area that's now been converted into a particularly unique architectural design. There are stacked shipping containers that form tenement apartments. They are the structures for bodegas. They are the structures for workshops. There's not an inch of viable space that's wasted in this neighborhood. You can even see small co-op farms. There are scrap yards occupying lots between buildings. Hydroponic gardens are growing on every ramshackle rooftop. As you look out, you can see that some of the docks are still working, or it's still in operation at least, and there's maintenance bays out there on some of the lower levels. The most active looking are also doubling like as boneyards for spare ship parts, where things are clearly just being torn apart down here for bits and pieces. And this is where the Skinnermander tour guide, Donataz, turns in. Well, thank you very much. You have led us safely out of that terrible predicament. And we have all gotten together and gotten you something. And he's got this little bundle of cred sticks that he hands over to the party. I said, a genuine token of our appreciation to all of you for getting us out of there. We would not have been able to do this without all of you. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's so kind. We are, and he like kind of glances at the party, Beaumont does, like feeling a little awkward speaking for them, you know, but Soldiers on.
I mean, he hasn't been too awkward doing it the rest of the
well,
time.
he's trying to be more considerate and going to know you, you know.
Yeah.
But he kind of like glances at you guys and says, I think I can speak for all of us when we say we're very glad that we were able to make sure that you all got back safely. I mean, we also wound up in the ghost levels in this dangerous predicament, but luckily it didn't turn out more terrible and tragic than it had to be.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate the cred sticks. This guy, and she points to Zako over her shoulder, he'll probably need them later. And yeah, it was relieving to get out of there, and I'm glad you
unnecessary
did too.
roughness. But no, you're right. I will
But is
need
it
them.
the truth?
Yes, it is. I got something for you, D.
You
yes.
for me?
Yes. I've been razzing you a bit, having a good time with you, but I'm glad that you're safe and that we were able to get you out, much like Beaumont said. But I want you to have this. And question.
Yeah.
So I just took this read psychrometric resonance.
Yes.
Thing, right?
Yes.
I would like, if I could, for this one time, as that manifested, I'm actually able to put a memory into an object that when he touches it at a later date, he'll
trigger.
experience. Yeah, he'll experience it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. What item are you handing? Yeah.
So I have a rubber ball in my inventory. And it's like about this big. It's like a little rubber, it's like a bouncy ball, but it's a big one,
Yeah.
And as I give it to him, I cast light on it so it glows.
Aw.
And I'm like, all right, this is a very special bouncy ball. And you see that it's glowing now. It will glow for 24 hours. When it stops glowing, then I want you to just hold the ball tightly with both hands, and you'll get a secret message.
Oh god.
I promise to give it my all six. And he's like holds it in all 6 hands that he's got.
Nice.
So the memory that I've implanted is Zako being spit out of a like giant like rip in space and time.
Oh gosh.
Okay, onto this island like city, right? It's just like like time and space rips, and he like falls out of it. It's kind of like the portals from Rick and Morty or whatever, right?
It's like
Yeah.
entering the atmosphere.
He falls out of it and he looks up and there's like 3 city guards and they're like in this really pristine, like nice armor, but it's very old looking, kind of like Atlantis or like old Greek kind of looking attire, right? And he stands up immediately and says, because they're like have weapons pointed at him, right? Like these guards, he gets spit out. He immediately looks up and he's surrounded by these guards that have like long spears pointed right at his neck. And he says, "I wouldn't do that because I can blast you right out of here with another one of those," as he points to the portal behind him. But it starts like closing behind him. He's like, "Oh shit," and he doesn't have the ability to do that at command, and they call his bluff and capture him.
Oh.
So I said that memory to him as maybe a subtle or not so subtle warning about bluffing about blasting people with water guns if you can't actually do it. So yeah.
Nice. Just
Okay.
like a little trauma, little tea trauma.
Beaumont is going to, before we split ways, sorry, I've had like a tickle in my throat. But he's going to approach our Vesk friend with the Italian sounding name. I
Yeah,
forget what it
Rogelio.
is.
Rogelio.
Rogelio, yeah. It says, Mr. Rogelio, fortunately for all of us, we didn't find ourselves in a situation where I needed to assess your combat prowess. Luckily, we didn't run into any other threats, but I do get the sense just from sizing you up a bit that you know how to handle yourself, and I don't know where you are in your life journey, but if you are in need of gainful employment, I work for Ulrika Clan Holdings, and I would be more than happy to put in a good word if you are looking for a new opportunity.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Look, I'll tell you what, give me your contact information if you would.
Beep, beep,
And
boop.
thank you. I appreciate that. I'll follow up with you. My dad is pretty big in the corporate ladder there at Blood Mountain Clan. I don't know if you've heard
Oh,
of it.
yeah. Yes.
So they're, I don't want to say for sure that they're prepping a spot for me, but that's pulling a lot of my attention these days. So yeah.
Sure. Yes.
if you don't mind.
No worries. I just, thought it would be quite the waste if I didn't try.
I appreciate it. I surely do. And look, if Ulrich ever needs a good ship, why don't you give me a call? We'll see what we can do. You help me out, I'll make sure to let my dad know. All right.
Absolutely. Look, and you hold on to that rifle. I think with everything going on right now with the Starstone and stuff, if anything happens or goes down, you'll need a way to protect yourself and those who may be with you.
Surely. I appreciate that. I do. All right. Well, then we will be in touch. All right.
Indeed. Have a good one.
Yeah. And let's see, cut to 24 hours later. It's raining. A limp pink arm is lying in an alley, and a ball glow fades on grass. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
Say, oh my god.
Sorry. I had to see what I could do. All right.
Did he take the
Did he take the
lesson?
ball?
Yeah, no. Did he
Did he take the lesson? Yeah, I think
the
he
grave?
took it to the grave. That's right.
I mean, it's not that traumatic. It's just a little being dropped in
He was
some
laying
other.
in the wet mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pans out and Rahelia's standing there with the smoking laser rifle.
Oh, guys, we need a fanfic.
Oh,
man.
Side story, bro. What?
Take that to AO3, my friends.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Wow.
All right. The Skittermander, however, Danataz, thanks you all, right, for all of this. He points up at the sun. He says, "It's true. The grubs in gravy are actually quite delicious. Welcome to Little Akaton. That's where you are now." And then he says,
nice.
"All right, everybody, follow me. We're off." And he leads his group of tourists.
Zaka starts following the group.
Yeah, so does Beaumont.
No, you guys got to do your own thing now.
Oh.
We're gonna
You're going that
over
way.
this way.
We're
Probably
stay
says we
here.
didn't
You're-
pay
you're
for
there.
it.
We're here, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We're heading off stage right
Yeah,
now.
but we were just going the same direction. We're not really following you. We got to go that way too, you know?
Kind of grabs your shirt and pulls you back.
Here, let me help you. And he bips on his commune a little bit, and he sends you a list of recommendations for the area and some things that you can look up that are here in the space and that you could find a little information about pretty easily by searching the infosphere here.
So, question though,
Yeah.
so this lock in place alert went out. I mean,
Yeah.
is there nobody on the street, or is it just stay in the neighborhood that you're in rather than stay indoors, don't come, lock your doors, what's the vibe?
Sure, yeah. The vibe in Little Akaton is what it is for this neighborhood, right? You're not seeing what you saw on those vid screens. You look around, there's no patrols here. Absalom Station security
Lawless,
does not.
man. It's Little Akaton,
Yeah, they haven't got a presence here. Are there busted up storefronts? Not from the lockdown. They're just busted up because they're busted up. I mean, yeah, this looks like a place that doesn't
Taco
have
would
a
be the
lot.
home at.
Yeah, this is not.
This looks like my house
There's stuff to knock off of every ledge and roof in here. I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah, but what you see as you look around and you start doing a little bit of just quick infosphere searching about what the neighborhood is like and what some of the things you can do here are, you quickly put together a picture that this is a place where the community has, over its generations of being together and kind of growing in the particular way that it has, learned how to rely on each other and support each other when they don't have a ton of necessarily as much business as other parts of the station do, right? They've got docks, but they're not one of the arms. They've got businesses, but it's not the marketplace that Abadar Corp runs in the free markets, right? They've got restaurants, but they're not the 5-star places that are in Drifter's End, right? Or the really trendy places in Drifter's End. It's a lower class, financially speaking, kind of neighborhood, but there's a lot of beautiful things in here as well, and that's some of what we're gonna explore in this chapter. Yeah. If you look down these recommendations that Danataz gives you, there's a corner bodega not too far away, run by a Shobad. There's a community center that's rather centrally located that looks like a good place to check out. There's a scrapyard there, run by someone named Knick-Knack. There's the diner that was mentioned by the sun as it floated through the sky, right? Like I said, there's tenements that are all over the place, some of them bigger than others, some of them busier than others. There's the lower shipyards that are down there. There are still ship-sized tunnels going in and out here. Yeah.
That diner is pretty good, but there's a food truck that's often next to Knickknacks that sells the best falafel in Little Akatai. It's so good.
I love it.
You make it this way much?
Yeah.
On occasion.
It's good stuff. There's a branch office for the Golden Vault Bank of Abadar Corps that's here, and then there's a whole bunch of There's a whole bunch of other local businesses and supplies needs. So the question to the party is like, what do you do? Do you immediately try to leave the neighborhood, or do you go look for something else first? And keep in mind, you've been like on your feet, except for maybe while Lucy was doing all the repair work. You've been on your feet for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all probably like,
yeah.
I mean, we just spent 6 hours and probably didn't feel like we made it a % closer to our actual goal of what we're like trying to do.
Yeah,
And we've just spent a lot of energy.
We were going to this place actually, right?
You were coming here to look for a shuttle. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
But we must be really tired, so
yeah.
Recording stopped.
Oop. We'll get Adam back in a moment.
Adam said, "I don't do Little Akaton. This is not my part of town. I'm out of here."
He said, oh yeah, that's what we were here for. Nah, brah.
Oh, you're trying to veer us back to the main objective? I will not.
Side quests only.
I wanted to follow up on this murder mystery.
Yeah.
You wanted knick-knack patty wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, knickknacks, patty wraps. You gotta give the dog a bone every now and then.
Maybe you go looking for that. That shuttle service that's down here in Little Akaton. It is what was that called? Had the name in mind. I apologize. I'm blanking on what it was called. Sorry, can't find it in my notes. There's a shuttle service that could take you out there, but if you look at it, you can see even from their like quick website or whatever it is that they've got on the infosphere, that they are permanently, or not permanently, temporarily halting all transit off station. They're not permitted to depart at this point.
So I blanked out. Did we get falafel?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're being forced back onto the main objective, which is why we thought you noped out.
I'm hungry. I want falafel. The honey nut granola bar was just a tease.
Irene, would Lucy be reaching out to Jules Akama at this point, do you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, she will try to call him or something.
Yeah. All right. So you
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Yeah. All right. He picks it up and like, hey, yeah.
Hey, Jules. We're alive, but something weird happened.
Lucy, is that you?
Yes, it's me. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, whew. I'm glad you're all right, kid. Yeah. Good. You so you're alive, and the others are there too.
Yeah, we ended up at the ghost levels.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what happened, but we're now at Little Akiton and we can't leave. It seems.
Okay. No, this is good. Oh, this is better. This is better than good. I promise.
Is
No,
it?
this is excellent. Yeah. Forget about that first job. Don't bother. Nobody can get out to the Armada right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. But I got another job for you, but I don't have it. My buddy.
I
has it.
told you he never pays for his jobs.
Is that Zako?
Yeah.
Do I hear Zako on the other
Yeah,
side?
it's
Zako,
him.
be quiet. Now,
Jules, what's up?
Yeah, I put it on speaker like.
okay. Garna, you good, kid?
Yeah,
You okay?
man. How's it going
Okay.
over there?
I'm good. I'm riding it out here in the pawn shop. Look, of all the places to be stuck, this one sucks. I hate it. But yeah, what are you
It
gonna
always sucks, man.
do? It always sucks here at Dumbo. All
Good
right.
falafel, though.
Hey, Beaumont. Yeah. It is good. At least there's that. Instead of these goblets, I was cooking them with blowtorches. I don't know why. Got to teach them how to deep fry. Someday we'll get there. Hey, so you're in Little Akaton. That's good. You go to the scrapyard. you talk to Knick Knack, and you tell him you're friends of mine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Knick Knack's got a thing. He called me, said he needed some help with something. I didn't have a chance to get anyone to him yet. But now you're there, I got a chance to get you there, all right?
Okay.
Yeah? So, who are you gonna go talk to?
Knick-knack.
Knick Knack, that's right. You're gonna go talk
Okay.
to Knick Knack. Knick Knack's at the, he's got the scrapyard. And you need any gear, he can help you out too, okay?
Okay, nice.
All right, all right.
Another
Wait,
job.
Jules, what is this even about though?
His job?
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Knack will tell you. He'll give you the details.
Oh, I have a bad feeling.
You want me
Why?
to tell you details through my comm unit?
Not details, man. Just like the synopsis, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be great. Promise. Tell Zacho he's gonna love it. You hear me?
That means
Zacho?
it's very bad.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna
I'm
love
gonna
it,
need
Zacho.
some cred sticks for this, man.
It's gonna be great. That's,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all going? Yes.
Well, yeah. What else am I going to do?
I'm not going to dinner tonight, so yeah, let's go.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, fortunately, our job takes us right past the food truck, so we can nip in really quickly.
I don't know what a falafel is, but I want to try.
Oh, they're very good.
You're gonna love it.
Awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, all right. Okay, you all be cool. Call
Okay.
me when you know more. All right.
Yes, bye. And I just click and say anything else. Just well, I guess we have another job.
I think Job is doing a lot of work there. I feel like we have another task.
Well, he probably will pay this one.
I
What about
mean,
the
at
first
least
one?
Jules pays ahead of time.
What?
Oh, that wasn't all of us. You know what? That was actually probably for like another job. Who's just, never mind. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but he's
He like scoots up over to Beaumont. He's like, Beaumont, give me a falafel with hot sauce and a side of baba ganoush and a seltzer.
Oh, all right, yes.
Bo cooks them.
No, I just go and order at the food truck.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Anyone
Marco's
else?
just like shoving food in his face, just angrily.
Yeah. He's like just putting like crazy amount of hot sauce on it. Just like,
It's the only way I feel anything.
Oh man. It's like, okay, so you look up the directions as best you can. Like Little Akaton isn't super well like Google mapped or anything like that, but you have a pretty good sense of where to go. Along the way, you kind of like beep through the cred sticks that you got from Danitaz and the other tourists. There's enough for each of you to get 100 credits, evenly split. So we can take care of that. From,
so everybody but Zacho gets 133 credits.
if you want to shift the blame of Jules Akama stiffing you to all of your colleagues stiffing you,
I'm just kidding.
instead,
I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna take
But
that 100. We'll take
everybody gets 100 credits. And you all
it. Is that equivalent to gold or silver?
Silver. Yep, it's the equivalent of 100 silver. Yeah. And so you make your way across town. You do indeed find the falafel truck on the way. They look like they are not super busy because people are just mostly staying at home right now and businesses aren't trying to use a ton of energy. So they're happy to see you and get you all loaded up with some
Yeah.
good fresh stuff.
We must be starving actually. After
Probably
all
so.
that. And Lucy wants to talk to Bo just a little bit, and she's like,
Sure.
Bowman, I want to ask you a favor.
All right. What have you got?
Yeah, you see, when we were down there, you were really nice with me when we were fighting the statue, and you went to help me. So I think you are a friend now, right?
Oh, well, I'm honored to have you consider me as such.
Yeah, and I was that made make me think that the only friend I have here is Jules, and he's not that friendly. He doesn't help me that much. I think
Sokka's like, through a mouthful of food.
I don't think he's as much as a friend as I thought he was. So I wanted to ask you a favor, if you can talk to him. And you see, I need him to tell me something, and he never tells me what I need. So I have to do all these jobs for him, and he always says he's going to tell me what I need, but he never does. And maybe you can convince him, because you use a lot of words, and you are very convincing. So can you
Oh,
help
so
me?
you just want me to persuade him to give me some information? Sure.
If you want, what I don't know how you do it, but yes, because you see, I when I woke up in this world, like a few months ago, um, I was I was being picked apart by a couple of goblins, and then I shoot
Oh.
them, and then I went outside, and there was like I don't know, like people probably were fighting there, but there was no one. I didn't know what was happening, and the only thing I found was a note on my uh, clothing, and it said like something like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Um, go talk to Jules. He will take care of you for 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 work." And that's why I went to him. So I asked him, because I think he knows who was the person who was in this body before me, and I want to know
Oh.
what was she doing, because I don't know nothing. I mean, she just left, and then
Okay.
and she was there, like, and the goblins, I have seen them a couple of times, and they always run away from me, so I can't
Well,
ask
that's
them.
understandable.
You think?
I just mean that you're deadly with weapons, is what I mean.
But I didn't attack them. So I think you can ask him, and
Sure.
if you want to punch him or something, it's fine. But because I need
I
to
probably
know.
won't start with that.
Well, the thing is, I think probably the person who had this body before me, I fear she was, I don't know, in some kind of trouble. And maybe I am in some kind of trouble. You know?
Oh, the plot thickens, as they say.
Uh huh. Whatever
First
that
of all,
means.
the situation you woke up to find yourself in sounds
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. I'm glad you were able to get away. But sure, I mean, with Jules, he's a bit of a shady character, and I would go so far as to say I don't know if I were you that I would consider him truly a friend. I mean, already when you're talking about coworkers, especially in a boss to employee situation, often they will try to make it seem as though, or phrase it as though you are friends, but I rarely trust that kind of situation. But if he knows something about this person who was in your body before you were, and he's not revealing it to you, it seems as though you've tried before, and he's, tried to put it off. He may not be very willing to part with that information to me either, but I do promise I will try.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was starting to think that maybe he's not my friend.
I think that's the case. I think he's definitely not your friend.
Okay, but you are. So,
Yes.
okay, so I trust you. And also, I want to know why you don't have a hand.
Oh, well,
Because,
Help
whew.
me and
yeah, I want to know. I want to know that. And you're my friend, and I think you should tell me.
All right. And you can tell he like takes his pit vipers off and kind of like wipes his head a little bit. It's like, all right. Well, puts them back on. Prior to the place that I work now for Ulrika Clan Holdings, years ago, I lived on Castrovel, and I was part of a military unit called the Shotalashu Cavalry, and we were a military unit that are famed on Castrovel. We ride these creatures called Shotalashu, right? And you may have I don't know, you may have been curious or not. And he points out parts of his armor that are that like pink color, and he's like, all of these are actually made from either Shotalashu hide or Shotalashu bone.
Oh, and
Yes.
she's eating the falafel like.
Nice. He's like, well, one day I was on the job as the Shotalashu cavalry. We are often, more often than not, we escort important diplomats or government officials, but we would also have, as part of our duty, to patrol around cities and ward off any threats, or sort of a police force, if you will. A policing force, I guess. We're not the actual police, but we are protectors. Either way, one day while on patrol in sort of mountainous region, my unit was attacked, and I, riding my Shodalashu mount, the attack was quite sudden. Things got chaotic. I was wounded, and riding my Shodalashu mount, and he pauses for a second, and you can tell he's like kind of really kind of reliving this memory, and he's like, her name was Doris. But Doris and I, having been shot at, and Doris was shot a couple of times, but we got too near the cliff edge. As I said, the region we were patrolling was quite mountainous, and we went over the side. We fell off of the cliff, and Doris was killed, and my arm was grievously wounded, and I was lucky that I was not killed. And fortunately, the rest of the squadron managed to push back the attackers and escort me out, or airlift me out to a hospital where they had to then amputate my arm.
Oh, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, well, I was
Oh.
lucky I survived. Unfortunately, Doris did not. And to me, like you would associate this, or I guess we would, as sort of like, like the Mounties or something, right? Like a police officer riding a horse, right? But you get the sense that it's like much more than that, and that it's painful for him to even discuss this, And he's like, you see, many people have heard of the Shodalashu Cavalry, and if you haven't, the thing is, we Shodalashu Cavalry, the Shodalashu, as well as my people, have telepathic capabilities, right? And so the Shodalashu Cavalry are a famed military unit, and a very unique one, because we have a telepathic bond with our Shodalashu mounts, and quite often a Shodalashu Cavalry officer and his mount will bond for life. There are cases where the mount will die, or will, of old age, have to be retired, and that a cavalry officer or member will take up another mount, but it's a long process. It takes a lot. It's it's like developing a friendship. It's a relationship, and so it's equally as common. If, like in my situation, if the mount dies, that the rider will never again bond with another mount, and that is the case for me. I quite honestly, after Doris passed, I fell into a deep depression for some time. I had lost my arm. I had lost in a strange way, my pet and best friend. And so I wallowed in the filth of my own sadness for a few months. And finally one day, I don't know, it's like a fog lifted, and I decided to take action. And that action that I chose was to, it sounds plain Jane, as they say, but just hit up the infosphere and look for a job. I needed to find something to do. I refused to try to go back and find bond with another mount. I had been, honorably retired due to my injury. And so I just went to the infosphere, started looking for the best job that I could, particularly one that would take me off of Castrovel so that I could try to leave the pain and the memories behind me. And that's how I came across Ulrika Clan Holdings. I simply applied for a job, I took the job, and the Ulrika Clan Holdings organization is run primarily by dwarves, and they can be a bit insular, but they really seem to take to me. I think it's both due to my military service and just something about my personality really clicked with them, and they did me a great honor by crafting this set of armor, and he points to his armor that has all these Shotolashu hide and bone segments. He's like, they honored me by crafting me this suit of armor out of the remains of Doris, and they then gifted me with and he pulls out his dashko, his more like a pick, It's like they gifted me this about a year later when they decided, and this was truly the greatest honor of my life, when they accepted me as an honorary member of Clan Sternheart, which is a dwarven clan that I had worked the most closely with. But so they adopted me, so to speak, into Clan Sternheart, and it's like I started a new life.
Oh, and she's all with teary eyes and everything. She's like, oh, that's so sad. But now you're better now. And she goes and she hugs you. She's like, oh.
He hugs you too, and like with his head across your shoulder, looking at the rest of the party, he like takes his pit vipers off, and you just see tears just streaming down his face, and he like wipes them off,
Aww.
and then
and while
puts
they're
his pit
having
vipers
like
back on.
the cutest moment, Zako and Karnar are still sitting on the curb eating their sandwiches, and she just leans over to him and's like, Lucy's right, he does talk a lot.
Yes, well, best he get it out now while we're eating. Yes.
Really cool though. I feel like I've just learned something that I've never learned for a class, or in a class that I've even paid for. So.
Well, it's a big universe out there, Karna. And Zako will go and spend one of those credits to buy Beaumont a beer or soda, depending on what he drinks, and he'll just like wordlessly hand it to him at the end of his story, and just kind of nod at him like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
Thanks for the falafel.
As an honorary dwarf, he absolutely takes the largest beer you can find, and downs it,
It's a Kasatha running the shop, and he's just like third arm, just grabs one and pulls it down, like, Yeah,
no, I'm sorry, not that one. I need the cheaper one. Like that's the top
No,
shelf
trust
one.
me, buddy. You want this one. And he puts it down. He looks at Beaumont and he says, "Look, I got some friends that work for Ulrika too, and a different part of the company than you are probably. But if Sternhart's took you in, it must be a good one. Yeah, this one's at a discount, so it's good. Real
Right,
good.
but I still paid for it. Here you go.
I know you did. You did. That's right. It's a discount. All right. Heath, take a hero point. Thank you for that exposition.
Nice.
That was great.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I really appreciate that. The depth with which you're diving into your characters here. As someone in the chat is saying, like we're getting backstory brought out even in these short form adventures, and that's how we roll. That's right. Irene, I'd like you to take one as well. Thank you for and try to keep these in mind, because these ones they're not the every 2 episode ones. They can carry over longer if you want. Because
nice.
I appreciate you both going into your Lucy's own story as well as prompting that from Heath and for Beaumont. I really appreciate that. And then I want to also back up and say thank you to Hannah and Adam. I'd like each of you to take one too for having your dialogue about how Karna is going to be processing what's going on for her when she finally has to tell her family about what's happening with her and her life, and for that flashback that we got of Zako as well. So points.
Zaka's
all
flashback definitely
around.
deserves one. I feel like this is a pity one for Karna, but I will take it.
No,
it
it
was
was
good.
good stuff. It was good stuff.
You did dive into it, and I appreciate that.
There's
that.
so much
please,
more.
Please carry those over. Yeah. After this, you pay for your falafel. It's like a credit each, kind of a deal. And
I'm a little short.
Karna
spent
pays for
I spent my
Zako's.
last credit on that beer. Sorry.
I just got 100
you.
credits twice.
And the party continues on to Knick-Knack's scrapyard. And you see, when you get there, it's this, obviously there's jagged scrap metal and rusty parts and just like piles and piles all over this yard that he's got here. It's mostly, just cracked asphalt for ground. But on every possible flat surface that is not gonna get in the way of moving the scrap around or dealing with the parts, there are tomato plants everywhere, of all things, right? It's just like potted tomato plants all over the place. They're in tires, they're in soup cans. There's even one really tiny one growing out of a porcelain teacup. There is a 10-foot high chain fence that surrounds this whole scrapyard. And it looks like that there is a broken buzzer attached to this gate that's here. And I'm gonna bring you over to the map for Knick-Knack's scrapyard. Can everybody see some basic features of the map there? You see inside there is this tiny but cozy looking prefab cabin that's among the dust and piles of junk. There's some half-finished projects in there, among them the hull of what looks like a racer-class starship that's glittering with flecked blue paint. Over on the other part, there's a banged-up suit of power armor that's missing several panels from it. There's a rickety chair porch that's got a knitted scarf in fabulous magenta draped over the top of it. As you walk up here to the scrapyard, Jules Akama has told you to go here. Who's taken the lead at this point to go? Beaumont steps up. I don't know if you can see the door down here.
I went the wrong way.
Yep, that's totally fine. Yep. And you can pop that open at your convenience. Whoa, it's not that kind of door sound effects. Yikes. Anyway, we pop it open. You see the door of the prefab cabin is right there. It's not a huge space by any stretch. What are you all doing?
just loading up with tomatoes. Just making a sack full of tomatoes.
Gonna take them home and make a tomato pie. All right. All right.
Made her sandwich more.
Zako goes over to Beaumont and says, there's a book that I'm going to just transfer over to you. And he airdrops a PDF of a Tom Robbins book. And it's in this book, there's like 3 pages of descriptions of tomatoes and tomato sandwiches and like why they're the best. I was like, I think that you'll appreciate this writer very much. He's very verbose and florid with his language. I just think that you will really connect with this.
Oh, well, I quite appreciate that. In this universe, it's got to be illegally distinct, so it's like a Barathu named Tom Blobbins.
Yeah, Tom Blobbins. Yes, Tom Blobbins.
Nice. Karna, you kind of walk around the north side of the cabin that is there, and you look around and you see the piles of junk. You see that there's a window on the east side of that little cabin, in addition to the door being on the west side of the cabin.
I think I will knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Worked last time.
Yep, you knock.
Yeah.
You knock solidly on the door. There's no response. There is just. You can hear some music kind of blaring inside, and it's possible that they didn't hear you. Karna, you go around and you look through the window from the east, and what you see in there is a little Yosoki, a small rat person who is kind of like busying themselves in there, just doing all kinds of things, not looking out the window at all, occasionally dancing along to the music that they've got blaring there, and doing a few things, working on a project, making a tomato sandwich, that kind of a deal. And as you are, as you kind of like back up near this pile of junk that is over here, you hear a sudden shifting of materials happening. Mostly these piles have been relatively still. They haven't been moving around at all to anything. But suddenly there's like the occasional clank, and then kind of like this slurping sound as out of this pile of junk, this mass of oozy mass appears, and it looks like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like magnetic slime.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it looks like this this goop of slimy magnetic material is like rearing up and looking in your direction and appearing ready to strike. And that is where we are going to break for tonight.
Oh, man.
Follow up next time with how this goes down. So.
Oh, man.
Yes. All right. With that, thank you, everyone, for a great session this evening.
Yeah, this is super fun.
Yeah.
Got some insight on these characters tonight.
Yeah, I loved hearing all of y'all's drops.
Yeah. I really appreciate that. And we are looking forward to bringing you another episode very soon. We are probably going to have to, because of some travel situations, we'll probably be recording it, but when we broadcast it for you Twitch viewers, so we will try our best to be in chat to hang out with you, comment on things as we go. But until then, I think there's only one thing left to say.
We'll see
ya.
Nice. That was a really good wheel.
It was a good wheel. Good wheel. All right, everybody. You have a great night. Take care.
Bye.
Night-night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, heave.